welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada's storage experts. Thanks to everyone for listening live on TuneIn, iHeartRadio, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, watching on YouTube, or listening wherever you get your podcasts. Matt Awanek, Tom Gazzola with you here. Tom pulling the double shift today. And then Lieutenant Eric jumping in right now, also doing the double shift, as Lali Toor from Apna Hockey is supposed to be showing up. So once he shows up, Eric will go. And Jasmine was also supposed to be in the Hangout today, but she texted me this morning that she's sick. She didn't go to work.
The old Honey flu, eh?
Oh, she was there, yes.
Right,
we were
right.
at Honey after the Funspiel briefing.
Yeah.
Really?
Do the math.
Yeah.
She was there too?
She was there. She was having a great time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for the invite. That's cool. Jasmine, appreciate the invite. It's not like I live right next door or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Right
Yeah.
next door.
That's a shame.
Yeah, cool.
Well,
cool, Jasmine.
Didn't mean to.
That's awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. Couldn't even stick around the Shamrock to hang out with your fellow nasties. You had to head off to Honey.
I do have to thank her for purchasing me a shot at the Shamrock, but in classic Jasmine form, she's like, "Can we have 4 shots of tequila? But can you shake them in some ice?" And those poor bartenders, they were doing they were getting out the suds. Okay, we'll do that for you. Yeah.
Ma'am,
It's
absolutely.
classic Jasmine.
Shake them in ice.
It was a great time on Saturday.
Hell of a
and
time.
I must say thank you to everyone for showing up, all the nasties. All of you guys for showing up.
Thank you.
You
It was
and
great.
Hernan, great job. Because we had
mingled.
we had a good crew upstairs, and it's
Yeah.
like the fact they had people to talk to and go mingle with you guys. Everyone on the ice. Games were going. We
You
got
had the TV
games on.
set up. You were
got the
frantically
games
going.
on.
I couldn't believe it.
And Gavin and their crew. Like everyone's
awesome.
saying to me, like, good job, Matt. Like they did it. They did a lot of stuff. I'll give a round of clicks to Gavin. and
They
his crew
put
at
the fun in
Shamrock.
Funspiel.
Yes, they
it's
did.
not a tightly wound place, you know?
And well, I might as well just go right into it. Portions of this hour are brought to you by Lloyd's Insurance Brokers. One of Alberta's largest, most trusted independent brokerages. Check them out, lloydsad.com. They were the presenting sponsor of the EST Funspiel.
Yes.
Kevin Bondo, connect with him if you're looking for business insurance. Why I go to them. Not only were they the title sponsors of this event, but they were the grand winners
Figure that one
of
out.
the EST Funspiel.
Funny that.
Cliff with an amazing win. Do you guys know the full story of the finals?
Well, he's a hell of a curler.
Well,
Topless as well.
Gee.
VR Montenegro, Cash, Savage the Plumber, and I forgot the other guy's name. He was Curtis the Ringer.
Box Pounder's
yeah.
buddy there, yeah.
And Box Pounder, the coach.
Yeah.
They got to the finals of the EST Funspiel. They went on a run. They took down Liquid Beaver and
Missing
his team.
Dustin with a Y.
Missing Dustin with a
Which was a big story heading in.
But they went to the finals, and then they took on this team from Lloydside, Kevin Bondle's team, who's a fellow nasty.
Yep.
Who were rolling through people.
Yeah.
They're a good curling team.
Oh, yeah.
They were down 2-0 going into the third and final end. And it came down to the very last shot. Cliff had to make an amazing takeout to get the win. And if he messed it up, they would have lost. And we would have had the huge upset in the first ever EST Funspiel.
Cliff don't miss, though.
Congratulations to Kevin and his team for winning. Thank you again to Lloyd Sad for being presenting sponsors of our first ever EST Funspiel, which I think we'll do again based on how people enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But also to the finalists. Well job. That was solid work by you guys. So, VR, I might be a curler meow.
He held his own, hey?
Cash.
He was good.
Yeah.
Cash, first time curling for me, made it to the champ finals.
He was
right.
hurting, too, after.
Yeah.
He couldn't move. He could get up his
Oh,
chair.
man.
Big Uke saying that final was intense. So, Big Uke was having a great time.
Yes, he
just
was.
yelling
I've never
hard
seen
and
a more
stuff.
enthusiastic coach.
Good coach.
Good
coach.
Didn't bring the orange slices, but
No.
he was yelling.
Hernan and I were like the Sam Montembeau of
Just up high.
just we were the reserves. Yeah. Keeping the vibe. Having cigarettes and beer.
It worked great. Beer was flowing as well.
Yeah.
It was a good night.
Great staff. The food, the drift
Food
food
was
truck.
awesome.
I mean, that was a supper. I didn't even want to curl afterwards.
Did you see the chicken? That
We
came
had a
up
bit of
after?
that. Yeah, if you know, you know. Yeah. It was quick.
Because I was
Audio
talking to
stream.
them at the end. What's up?
No, we got it.
We talked with them at the end, and I was just like, yeah, everything went okay. He's like, yeah, you guys are just meat eaters. Because we had brisket and we ran out, so they had to quickly fry up some chicken for us.
Oh, yeah.
And then some people saw the fried chicken. They're like, there was fried chicken? So I think I know what's on the menu next year. Apparently, people really like fried chicken.
It was good. Just have
They
the whole
love fried
meat buffet.
I loved it. It was great.
As I say, thank you to Lloyd's thanks to Sub-Zero Mechanical, who are our dinner sponsors.
Yes.
Brett and his team were there, which featured Bruce Wiggins and Bill Fortier.
Bruce's
who
son
we
won
know.
Text of the Day this morning for
Did he?
calling out his dad's rink and losing in the. It's.
Went home without a trophy. I thought I had higher hopes. I did have.
I
higher
know
hopes.
Bruce and Bill like to. Sometimes they like to hang out at the bar more so than on the Pebble, and I know their game plan.
And to our rink sponsors, we had the Finnish Long Drink. We had Edmonton Lake Properties, which is Kelvin Van Dasselaar. We had Nisku Glass, Damon Bunting, as well as Sobeys and Safeway Liquor, who are rink sponsors.
And Mike the
thank you
Michigan
to
fan
all of our
had the
sponsors.
doubles board.
And then Mike the Michigan
Yeah.
fan was
who he had quite a bit. He had that board on his own quite a bit on his rink.
it was great. It was great that we had a doubles board sponsored just by a Nasty.
I love it.
He's just like, do you guys have a sponsor for the doubles board? I'd like to sponsor it. If not, I was like, sure. Like, what business do you want? Just me. Just want my name on there. We're like, okay,
All right.
let's do that. Why not? So fun time. The first of our 4 majors.
Hey, speaking of like Kelvin Van Dasselaar, and he was like, I need to see somebody from the Hive.
Mhm.
And Chelsea was there.
Was the timing good?
It was
worked
perfect.
I saw
out.
them talking.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
awesome!
Yeah, and that's the other thing too is like it's good in when it compares to the other events that we put on, like our 4 signature events, SDs and golf tournament, obviously Nasty Bash. Like this one, more mingling,
More schmoozing,
and
yeah.
like listen, the beverages were flowing, we were enjoying the weekend, but yeah, the schmoozing.
This is like
happened.
the 4 nations for NHL management.
And I thought that was great, right?
Yeah.
Because there is a good community. There's a good business community with our station. There's a good listener audience community. And it kind of came together and both can kind of help one another out, which...
a great
when
setting
Calvin
and a
was
great
asking-
point. Yeah,
like
that's-
Luke
yeah.
was standing right beside Calvin when he asked me. He's like, I need to talk to someone from the Hive. I'm like, Chelsea's right here. There's Lucas right there. And
Beautiful.
sure enough, Chelsea and Calvin had a good chat and exchanged information. So worked out nice. And the toques were good from
They were great too from the Hive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They look good. I was glad people were wearing them. I didn't know if anyone I didn't think anyone. I thought that cool, we got toques, but then a lot of people put them on.
It's cold
They
in
look
there.
they look sharp.
Yeah.
They looked awesome.
Yeah.
Raider Jesse, can we do it again this weekend? Man, we may need to start an EST league. I don't know
Hey.
about that fully.
Find a rink.
It is fun doing it, because this launched because there's an Edmonton Media Bonspiel
Yes.
that we played in. You played in
March
still.
15.
But it's just that weekend, it's the one day worked out nice. You just go, you have a good time. It was
We're
actually,
a lot removed from Christmas now in that season.
but what was really funny was the 4 Nations was going on, and the game started, and everyone was curling, but it wasn't connected to cable; it was connected to the internet, so it was delayed.
Yes.
From up
Yeah,
in the bar.
Yes, you're
So
right.
we were all in the bar, and all of a sudden the first fight happens,
That was awesome.
and everyone's losing their mind. And then we look down, and it's delayed by like a good minute, and all of a sudden you just see it's all like well after the fight's over. All the curlers notice that the fight's going on.
Yeah.
They start converging towards the TVs, and they're seeing the delayed reaction
I just
of everything that was happening, and how all of a sudden the curlers all of a sudden and then like walking in front of each other's shots.
the combine crew. I just saw a bunch of blue
Yeah.
just crossing multiple sheets, rocks going, and they just all to the television.
Savage, Savage is like looking up at the window where we're all sitting, and like this like look of despair on his face, like what is going on? And we're just like pointing up at the TVs, and he's like, "What?" And then he finally caught up.
It's a unique moment that we're all. I know
Yes.
you're not witnessing it. You're watching that, with your feet up at home or whatever. But almost these are moments you'll never forget because they're so wild.
You're with all your nasties.
Yeah,
and you were
running across the
you were
rinks, I mean,
curling.
that's-
It was
it's
all
hilarious.
Great.
Yeah.
Also, I would give respect to Dusty. My dad made fun of him
With the helmet?
with the helmet.
No, he's very wise.
I know.
Based off prior experience.
I will say that is a very Dusty wore a helmet. He brought a hockey helmet. He wore it. He was the only one. I respect that. Full respect.
Well, he knows what it's like. It's learn from your
I
lessons,
will
right?
not say the same, but I understand why he
do you
did
think
that.
mocking him is the way to go?
I did not mock him like Roman did, but I did notice the helmet, and I did not say a thing.
Tight fit.
Very tight
Like-
fit. It was tight.
You could maybe.
I may have even passed it to him for his next match,
Oh, it's
and didn't say a word.
between smokes.
Yeah, on the darts.
The first ever EST Funspiel. But great success.
Yes.
It is the first major of the year. So we've had the players. For those that don't know golf, there's the 4 majors and there's the players, which is like the 5th major. Super Bowl party at Century happened. our Open Championship. I relate this one to the Open Championship.
I love how you've got them all like.
Because Murray asked, he's like, so what would they be?
Yeah, exactly.
And we worked
I
it
like
out
this.
perfectly.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
terms of prestige.
How did it go?
Exactly. Yeah.
So the Estes was
Waste management.
no, it was the Masters.
Wasted
Yes,
because it was
management.
more prestigious, classier.
It
Yeah,
was.
dress
It
up.
was a
Yeah,
black
yeah.
tie.
The
event.
golf tournament ended up being, I think, the U.S. Open.
I like that.
The Nasty Bash was the PGA Championship because it's just, who cares? It's that one thing. Like, it's just a part. Like, the players, like, it's the fourth of the four majors.
yeah.
And then because of curling in Scotland and stuff, and the Open is in
Yeah.
Scotland, all
Royal
that
Tune.
works for curling.
Yeah.
I think that's how we associated these.
When Fergie's opening up the event with bagpipes,
Exactly,
that fits. Actually, I kind of like that he opens all of our events with bagpipes.
I liked you just standing there with the trophy.
you gotta bring
there
the
was no
trophy out.
procession. There was no
We
walking.
didn't have
Just
chance for that. We just didn't have the trophy. It was
I
there.
zoom in. I'm like, what's he gonna do next? Okay, well,
No,
it
he's just
I just
holding it.
stood there.
It's great.
It was there
I
for
loved
people to
it.
see.
I loved
Actually, I
it.
heard someone. It might have been Kevin from Lloyd Sad. Was it, don't touch the trophy. Like no one else. No one touched the trophy unless you go win that thing.
Which they did.
He gets
So,
the final laugh.
that's right.
We do have the Heavy Hockey Showdown, which will take place March 15th. Head to EdmontonSportsDoc.com. At the very top, it says HH Showdown. We are raising funds for SACE, the Sexual Assault Center of Edmonton. Please help us and raise some money for a great cause. The boys will be, I'll be coaching, but the boys will be playing. But then it's the Golf Classic once again.
Mm-hmm.
Date to be announced.
Oh.
Some people got it out of me. Well, they didn't really get it out of me. They asked when is it during the curling, and I just told them.
Twisting that rubber arm.
We're
eh?
not. I'm not going to announce it fully yet, the date, but a date is secured. So
Can you tell me?
I mentioned it
Oh, okay.
in the big meeting we had.
I have it written
publicly
down
stated-
somewhere. No, it's
I
just
have
not
it
top
written
of
down. I'll have
mind.
to
I
look
guess.
on my fridge.
I'll tell you guys after.
Okay.
Yeah, as I said, I'm not going to just.
No, I get it, but it's for we know. Yeah.
But that's the next thing that we'll work on, and
Last year's
Brand's
tournament
already going.
Oh, it was so well. That's what people were asking too, was about the golf tournament. And I was like, "Don't worry, Matty's he's cooking it up. He's got the."
Oh, he doesn't rest.
This week will
The
be
wheels
just
cranked
these
on.
next 2 weeks is kind of just like light work on it. Then I've gone to Mexico, and then when I come back, it's game on.
Hell of fun in the sun for you. Well deserved.
full.
Yeah.
Well-
This is your Four Nations break.
Big Uke, if you need someone to yell hard at the hockey, I know a guy. He was having a lot of fun just yelling hard.
Oh yeah.
He thought I would get mad at him for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he.
full participation.
I thought it was like Super Bowl all over again.
He was having a time. He was having a time. Yeah. So thanks to everyone. It was a fun time. And actually, those I've never taken part in the horse races at a curling event.
People get into it.
Yeah.
fun.
Damn number 4.
I had number 5. 5 was trash. Both
No.
races I bet on.
Number
5.
4 went right to the glue yard. What a waste.
We've got this text coming in. Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999. What's worse, guys? Wearing a helmet curling or using a loofah in a hockey rink shower?
Come on. Enough of this body shaming.
I think you want to clean your body well. You're in the shower. I don't care where you're in a shower.
I told him too. The loofah has it gets
Nice
the soap
scrubbing.
and it
It's a lather builder.
explodes the soap. You know what I'm saying? A lather
you
builder.
hit
Yeah,
more
right?
places with a loofah
Sure.
or
It's a
something.
thorough clean.
Yeah, I don't know. I think taking care of your body, self-care and proper cleanliness isn't something to mock.
Yeah.
I
Look,
will
I'm
stay
loving it
there.
this morning sitting next to you for however many hours.
I smell.
I champion the loofah. It's great.
I will also say I actually do respect the helmet. When you're a big man like Dusty, that
And you've
fall,
fallen before.
that's a big
Yeah.
fall.
It's a long way
Yes.
to go.
And he went
he had to go to
backwards.
Boston.
He went backwards last
You had to
night.
fly out to
Ooh.
Boston.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't
New
wanna-
York,
You don't want to be hurt.
Calgary, New York.
That's what ended up working.
Minot,
Then Boston.
Why not?
then Minneapolis, then Boston.
I'm all about being zestfully clean.
It's actually I was talking about this week with my parents. One time, my parents were flying to San Diego, and there was issues. They ended up having to fly to Hawaii to go to San Diego.
Yeah, that's cool. That's
And they got a day in Hawaii to go to San Diego. Like it was with all the flights. The only
that's
way
like your whole milk run.
only way they
2%.
could get to San Diego is they had to fly to Hawaii after with all this travel delays.
Yeah.
They had a night there, and then they flew
Oh
to
yeah,
San
the night.
Diego.
That night's okay.
They got some cookies and then flew to
Yes.
San Diego.
That's a lot of flying
yeah.
for what should be a 3-hour flight.
Yeah. Oh, travel. It's It's an interesting time in the air right now. This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. This said 75% off 12 weeks on 5x5 units. Ends February 28th. Canadian storage buyer. Buy Canadian. Check them out, sentinel.ca. Canada Power. Here we go. I'm ready for Thursday a little bit.
You got the fever?
A little bit.
You got the fever?
I'm ready.
You got the fever.
I'll go with it. It works so well for Canada every single way. If Canada loses, we will go as a nation, I am sure. Doesn't matter. It's 4 nations.
Of course. None of it matters.
Doesn't matter.
No.
It's not the Olympics. Who cares? We'll see you next year.
Yeah.
If we win, we won the real game. We didn't have to win. Like Saturday was meaningless.
It was the precursor.
I went into it knowing that both these teams are going to the finals. That's what I felt going into Saturday. Good job, America. You won that game. Congratulations. Now it's for all the marbles. If Canada wins on Thursday, well, what does US have now? Oh, well, we beat you on that Saturday. Cool. We won the tournament against you.
Yeah.
Canada has all the power here. Because again, even if we lose, we'll say we didn't care.
And they're playing in Boston.
Yeah.
The pressure's on.
All on.
They have everything to lose.
Back.
Yeah. Canada's got nothing to lose.
That's a big loss to lose Cale Makar.
There was.
Yeah. The difference is plain. I mean, you got the injuries now mounting up. We were talking today about momentum, and just yesterday, I know Canada won in the USA, losing a meaningless game, but I think you could kind of feel the worm turning a bit.
Things have shifted,
The cockiness from that locker room isn't so much so.
No, both Kachuk's banged up. McAvoy not going to play Thursday.
Austin Matthews just existing.
I think some of those, not the ones during the game, like the Matthews and stuff, that was just a way to be like, well, they're not playing tonight.
Yeah, I know.
But then there's some other injuries and whatever. Now let's see if Canada can get it done. I don't see Canada only. What was the final again on Saturday?
The whole narrative sets up perfectly.
It's 2-1, right? Or is it
3-1 with the empty net?
Yeah.
But you remember 2010.
But we're not.
They lost to the Americans in the preliminary round.
Yes.
3-1. This will all happen again. What's new is old again. Snake eats the tail. And this is how you want it. Out of 3.5 nations, because I said Finland's so banged up that you can count them as half nation, so it's a 3.5 nations tournament. Canada coming back and getting revenge on the Americans in Boston. That's how the Hollywood scripts write it up.
Although for half a nation, they were a win away from going to the finals.
Well beyond what they were.
And
absolutely.
they had one
But
of the more
the
epic comebacks
Yoel Armia, and I talking best on best.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yoel Armia.
Thursday's going to be fun because it's an
event.
Well, it's an event, but it's also, as I said, it's Canada. We either going to walk away and be like, who cares? Because it's just the 4 nations, or we get to say we beat you in the finals.
Where will you be heading out to watch? I know we're under invite here. Tommy said we have a speakeasy invite extended to all of us.
To our EST crew.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So.
I will hear this off the air, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. It's a great invite.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It'll be, we'll see. I don't know. It's one of those.
Well, Brendan's just loving
He's having a good time there.
We'll see how what
I think it's a great invite.
Well,
No, it's a good invite. I'm not just saying, but I got Will's in, so I got to
Yes.
carry a
Will's in
show
on the
for
Friday.
3 days. Yeah, the Friday.
the
So
next
the
day.
Thursday. Yeah. So I want to be a good boy. We said journalistic responsibilities of us. We were jokingly saying, "Oh, do we get a national holiday Friday?" Well, much like the Super Bowl, we got to be into this.
Someone's
is our
gotta
job.
break it-
I
break
think
it down.
we should take the Thursday and Friday off. We should take the Thursday
said
off.
This is your Maple Leaf talking though, but I'm saying day
We
is Christmas
should
off. Somebody's
have
got to make the water
day
run.
off to get ready for such a game, and then the next day we're either celebrating or a morning.
Why don't we get the following Monday off in lieu?
Right.
Well, I think. Well, I don't
Day in lieu.
I think you do all of them.
Lieu.
I think you just do all of them.
Why not?
Well, when's hockey return?
Saturday. We're on the air
They're
at
back.
9
They're
o'clock.
back
Oh
to
yeah,
back.
you're right.
We also have to figure out what to do with Hello Hockey on Saturday.
Oh, spaghetti-o.
Why?
Because we're on the air for the pregame
Puck
show
drop
at
11.
10. 11 o'clock start.
2:11
Saturday
starts
and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, it's
I didn't look at the. Wow, it's
fast
just
and
been so.
thick out east.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
fast.
Saturday you could do. You guys could go. Yeah, you guys would start at 10.
Yeah, well, and Sportsnet needs us to provide a show as well.
I know. Well, you could go
There's
8
that
to 10.
Oh boy.
No,
Or you could-
I'm not getting up that early.
Or you could go 11 to 1.
How about pre-tape?
Or you could pre-tape.
You call it good morning
Why?
hockey.
Gee.
Pre-tape would be interesting because it would have to be at night.
Yes.
or it would have to be in the hangout room.
At night after Reed and Jay are done.
Good night, hockey.
Or yeah, you could come in here and do it during the day, but you'd be in this room.
Yeah, I'll talk to Belsy, see what he wants to do.
Good afternoon, hockey.
Good afternoon,
You
hockey.
can do 'em all.
Hello, hockey. Although it would
I didn't
be
even
interesting
look
to
at
do
that
it from
schedule.
Oh,
there.
dude, they get right back at, and then they're in what, Florida? They get the Cats and the Bolts next
Okay,
week.
so would McDavid just stay out east?
He'd
Yeah,
just
I think
go right
so.
to Philly.
He would
Yeah.
just join them in Philly.
Then he joins up with them.
Yeah.
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 Cats and Bolts
Because the
next
Oilers
week,
would
though, man.
fly on Friday, I would assume.
Yeah, they're practicing today, 2:00.
Yeah.
I'll go there. Probably practice tomorrow. Maybe even go out Thursday. We'll see. I'll have to ask, but yeah, they're back.
Like, no time to celebrate.
Not really.
Whichever nation wins on Thursday.
We're not
Here.
going to have the big celebration in like
No
Ottawa.
parade. No, well, no, there's
No
not going to be.
parade.
See, that's why we don't get the day off, because I don't think they're going to get that. No Disneyland or Disney World.
Or Disney, or was it Marineland?
Marineland. Everyone loves Marineland.
Yeah, they certainly do.
Everyone loves Marineland.
Great.
Yeah.
Love
It's one of
them.
those ads
It's a
that just
classic.
always sticks with you.
What was the theme park in Toronto? What was it called?
Not Canada. Is that
Niagara
Canada's
Falls,
Wonderland?
Ontario. Marineland is the place. It's Marineland in Niagara Falls,
I th-
Ontario, right? Isn't that
I think there's another one that I know which
Oh.
one I think you're thinking of.
Yeah, I think that one shut down.
Six
too.
Flags?
Not
Oh,
exhibitions.
did we have a Six Flags?
I don't know.
I think Ontario had one.
Really?
Toronto Amusement Park.
Yeah.
Is that with the bald guy, right? The small bald guy.
That was Six Flags. Yeah, and they found
the
out
Benga
he
Boys?
was
was he not a good?
he was not a
So
good.
just north of
geez.
Toronto and Vaughan. So that is basically
basically-
Toronto. Has Canada's Wonderland.
That's
so
the
that
one.
was
Canada's Wonderland.
There's Marineland
But
and
totally
whatnot.
disconnected from Marineland. That's Niagara Falls, right?
Six.
I guess that could be a
Flags,
joint American
Canada.
Canadian celebratory
It could
spot.
be.
Whoever wins Four Nations gets to go to Marineland.
Yeah.
Montreal has a Six Flags.
Okay.
La Ronde, amusement park in Montreal, is operated by Six Flags.
Un, deux, trois, quatre, cinq, six flags, eh? Is that how
Yeah,
you say
Six
six?
Flags.
What's that Carnival? That snowman thing?
That's in Quebec.
Yeah.
Bon.
Bon Chance? Yeah,
Bonhomme.
Bonhomme. Yeah.
Bonham.
I would like to go to a Six Flags because, like, I've gone to Disneyland, and they've got like two roller coasters type thing, and they're fine. I want to go to a place that has like crazy roller coasters.
You're a roller coaster guy, though, eh? Like you.
I used to not be, but it seems like a lot of fun. Have you seen the ones that are like go like super high, and then it's like just a dead drop?
I can't. No, I'm not. I'll be
Not
watching.
for you guys.
I'll be watching.
I think it would be awesome.
Smoking.
Like I want like one of the world's highest or the fastest roller coasters. I want to try those. Look it up.
I like Space Mountain and Disneyland because you can't see what's going on, how high up you are.
And more theme based.
Yeah.
You're kind of, yeah.
I was as a kid, I went on that, and at the time, I didn't really
was
want to go
awesome.
on a roller coaster. And my parents put me on. I didn't know it was a roller coaster.
It's a roller
Like that's
coaster.
that you go through this, and then like yeah, you're on a roller coaster. It's like, what?
Yeah, it's just like a tour. And you,
Well, it's all dark. So you can't see
Oh, you don't
anything.
see it.
No, you don't know
But
how.
you feel the G's.
but you don't really feel like that you've gone higher or lower or anything like that.
You can't tell.
It's pretty cool for that.
Perception. Yeah. Like there,
You don't want to see with the lights on.
yeah,
No.
there's some images of what it looks like with the lights on Google and stuff, and you're like, oh,
It ruins the magic.
yeah, it does.
The
It
magic.
is a cool ride though.
No, I don't like that stuff. No, not for me.
Just quickly, from Frank Saravalli, sources say current plan for Team USA does not include any roster reinforcements in the wake of injuries and McAvoy absence. They have 12 forwards, 6 defensemen, so they cannot bring in anyone else for Thursday.
They don't want Thomas Hickey.
They're not allowed to.
Damn. Although
They may want, but they can't have.
They can't have. He filled in admirably. Did you find it? Brendan's got the picture of Space Mountain
Oh, with the lights on?
Yeah,
He's going to go get it.
yeah. He's looking at it. It kind of
Spoiler alert.
Nah, they're all about the
you
same.
get the same idea, but it kind of ruins if you like really love Space Mountain and the child in you don't want that part of your heart to die.
Yeah.
Look away. Just listen. Cover your eyes. But yeah, I loved Space Mountain. I loved Disneyland. I went there when I was 14. It was actually awesome.
Is that the California or Florida? I can never-
California, yeah.
California's
Disney
Disneyland. World
in
is, yeah.
Florida.
They got the Epcot. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And when we went there, they were opening up California Adventure was the next expansion of Disneyland. So like it was almost ready, but I think it was less than a year away. So I never experienced that.
And I got to experience that one a couple years ago.
Was it good?
I think it's better than
Really?
Disneyland. For thrill rides, if you're going more like,
Okay.
because they have I think it's the Incredibles roller coaster. So they have like a legit roller coaster.
Oh.
I think there's only one loop, but it's pretty good.
Mhm.
There's the Tower of Horror, which now is labeled after something else. They renamed it, but it's like one of those drop of fear type things. But you're inside or something. And at one point, when you go to the very top, they open up and you see outside. And you see how tall you are, or how high you are, and all that.
Just messes
from
with you.
thrill rides, I would say that one is better than Disneyland.
Okay,
straight up.
But the theming of Disneyland, like the Indiana Jones, was great. Like that ride, I thought was awesome.
That's a fun one.
That is a good one. What was the other one? The Matterhorn, Splash Mountain. Those are fun, like the classics. And then actually, we went to Universal Studios.
Universal's is great.
Yeah, we did. It was the original Jurassic Park. They've updated it to make it like Jurassic World.
Have they?
Yeah.
Killing the classics.
That was great. It was just Jurassic Park.
But I think they added, I mean, it's the same ride, but they've added some elements and tied in the updated story, although they're creating there's another Jurassic Park.
Yeah, there is.
I love
Scarlett Johansson?
I know. I'm going to watch it. Let's not kid ourselves.
Of course.
They have
They've got us by the hook.
They did at Universal. They had The Simpsons. It was great.
Oh, yeah.
You can go have a duff. You can go get a donut.
Like at Moe's?
There's a Moe's Tavern. You can go have it. And they have
sweet.
an actual beer. And they just serve it as a duff
Is
or
there
whatever.
a Quickie Mart?
I hope so.
I think they
Getting a
added a
squishy.
Quickie
I'd
Mart or
love a
something.
squishy.
I think you could get
Squishy.
Best cartoon,
Well, I remember when the movie came out,
Drink.
they made a deal with 7-Elevens and a bunch of 7-Elevens. Like there were some that actually rebranded with Quickie Mart outside. But inside you can get slushy, like their Slurpees had
Squishy branding.
Squishy.
Yeah.
And I have a bunch of their
It just
collector
looks so
cups
good.
that they got.
I know. But then there's the Super Mario Land too. That's now a thing.
Is there? Oh,
Yeah, and
Where?
it looks awesome. I can't remember if it's Tokyo,
go on. That would make sense.
but it looks crazy. Did you put the picture of Space Mountain up? Yeah, it ruins it.
It looks disgusting.
Well, it was
Like
built in like this.
No, but I'm just saying, like, keep the lights off, like it's.
Well, yeah.
I think it's like every so often just because something went wrong and then lights go on. And very few people actually get to see it.
But they don't care what it looks like. It's kind of the.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's wearing a
'cause you-
nice dress, like it's kind of. It's got this makeup over top of it
Yeah.
that you just don't want to see the gross underbelly.
Well, you're in the spaceship or whatever, and it has like music. There's speakers behind you, and then like on the ride, they have the lights that make you feel like you're traveling through space. It's pretty cool. I thought it was, and it's a fun ride. You go fast and stuff. You have no idea what's going on.
You go to that. You guys ever been to the mall?
West Edmonton Mall?
I never did Mindbender.
Me neither.
So sad. But
It's a pretty sad state of affairs now when you go and wander
they're
around
putting
there.
something there.
I thought
They are slowly and surely, but it's just right now. It's just like it's an abandoned space, and it's just
cavernous, isn't it?
it's like a graveyard. But the rest of the park is fine. Like I mean, we went there. They have one of those drops. It's not
Yeah.
really
But they
Doom.
they had a different one years ago, which was like a legit
Yeah, yeah.
drop of Doom.
This isn't
And they've
Doom. This
switched
is like
it, yeah.
despair.
I'm sad that they got this. Like, I understand why they did it. It's money and all that, but I
Yeah.
don't like the sponsorship of Hasbro. Because Galaxy Land, when it was just like Cosmo and all those characters,
Oh, yeah.
it was great.
Yeah,
They would have those dance parties. there.
Yeah.
I got my picture with Mr. Potato Head there
Did you?
last year for free.
That's for free.
Yeah.
But like on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't get a professional
no,
printed one that
none
they
of
have
that.
there.
But they have like a smaller roller coaster now. Is quite neat.
Okay, you know how we joke about it being called Bourbon Street?
Bourbon Street.
There is that great YouTube channel. Like, was it Last Edmonton Mall or whatever?
Yeah.
And you see the original Fantasyland, you see the original World Water Park, and like the original Bourbon Street that had vowels in the name. and like there was wildlife. They had like peacocks,
The flamingos.
and
Weren't there
parrots and
flamingos?
flamingos. And you're like, wow, that was really nice. Now it's still a nice mall. It has everything that you could want.
It's lost its character.
The characters.
Well, I think it's a
Character
different
of what
character.
it once was.
Yeah.
It still has a character.
Well, it's very sterile.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the character.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
before it was Bourbon Street was its own, it was New Orleans.
And people were
You
just
had Europe Boulevard. Europa Boulevard,
Europa Boulevard.
which was supposed to look like you're in Europe.
So they got the
and all
hot pot
that.
now. That Asian
At
hot
Europa.
pot I went to. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just everything. The Galaxyland was Cosmo, and it was that look, and every different
The
spot
theater had the
its own
dragon.
thing. Everything was
did have the
different. There
dragon.
was no real theme to West Edmonton Mall, just a bunch of things thrown together, and
Which
stuff.
was awesome.
But that's what made it all. You had
Sure.
the flamingos, but then you had
Yeah.
the dolphins before too as well.
Underwater exploring or whatever.
that
it was.
submarine that would
the
go around.
Submarine.
Well, the joke was half of our Navy and
Yeah.
our submarine forces were at the West Edmonton Mall.
Training.
Yeah. Yeah.
Best Edmonton Mall says
Best
sexy
Edmonton
5 centsy.
Yeah. That's the
I
one.
still like Westmount. Because they used to have a theater too, did they not? Back in the
They
day?
did.
I saw Titanic there.
They also had, and they then built an ice rink in there for a
Yeah,
long time,
yeah,
and
yeah.
they tore that out for the Home
It was a
Depot.
good rink.
Was it?
Yeah.
Like that mall used to be the Cats.
Well, you wouldn't remember this. Do you remember
No.
Londonderry Mall movie theater?
I do.
Yeah,
I saw Ninja Turtles 3 and Beauty and the Beast there.
I saw Toy Story there. Toy Story 2 there. I
You
think.
had to go
so
down.
of all the theaters, that would hold the memory or what?
No, movie's 12.
Movies 12? What's that? Was that in the mall
It
as
was
well?
a Dollar Theater by Clairview,
Oh, okay.
so not too far from Century Casino. And it's still standing, but it's closed. I'd love to go inside and see what it looks like, but that one
It was
great.
cheap,
'cause
cheap movie.
It was
Cheap
$1.
movie, yeah.
So it was the movie like a month after they came out. The movies would go there,
Yeah.
and you'd go see them there and be very cheap.
Circle Park Mall in Saskatoon. It was two malls, and they were connected by a tunnel underneath a road. But those two malls had two theaters, and it was the same. One of them was the Rainbow Cinemas, cheap. That's where you go,
Right.
sneaking in Mickey. And
Yeah, it was movies 12 and
Sure, young.
City
Well, of
12.
course, as one does.
I think those were the two.
Yeah.
That were the cheap theaters.
Yeah.
just
And
packed.
Cineplex
I
came
want to
in.
buy that movies 12 one. Reopen it for EST. We'll create a movie
That's a
theater.
huge space. You thought Shanks was a big building.
Oh, we'll run movies there though.
Oh, we'll run movies, of
We
course.
could actually, we could have one because we lost.
We'll sell
Shanks.
hot dogs.
We have one spot for our studio. We could just gut out a theater for the studio.
Yes.
We could save one for
Man, the
Estes.
acoustics in there.
We
Hey,
could have our own Estes theater now.
We could have our own Estes.
We don't need to rent somewhere else.
that'd
We'll
be
just have our own.
great.
And then the rest, we'll just run movies.
films.
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 Well,
Films.
Well, then all of us will take turns at the concession.
Sure.
Running.
We
the
could all
popcorn,
learn to
hot
run the
dogs and
projector.
stuff.
I refuse.
Get our projectionist license.
Yeah, that's right.
I refuse. It's perfectly sane food to eat.
Most people shouldn't. Do you know that reference?
Yeah,
He doesn't know that reference. It's a sane food to eat. Nice Seinfeld poll. I'm gonna guess Lolly isn't coming.
Do I need to remind him?
I don't know.
It's family day, long weekend.
It's 9:40.
Everybody gets a day off
Oh, man,
except
he's
us.
missed like a long.
Right. What's going into Shanks? It sounds like a Mark's warehouse.
Which is
Mark's
funny because they had a
warehouse.
Mark's next door, so they'd be moving that. There's a lot of stuff going around there.
So in that, for
Now
anyone
we
that
talk
knows
about,
that area, I don't know what it's called.
yeah.
That area.
It's a weird one. The Royal Pizza in
But
there. and
apparently, the
everything.
Canadian Tire is moving to Stony Plain across from
That
the
grinds
Walmart,
my gears.
Where the
I don't like
Costco
that.
Business Center is. Apparently, Canadian Tire is supposed to be moving there. So because they're moving there and they're closing that one, Mark's decided to move and buy out the Shanks building.
So what goes in the old Canadian Tire?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out how Mark's is going to work at this Shanks building. That's a massive building. How's that going to be for Mark's? Like, I'm assuming it's partly a distribution center.
And who wants to play mini golf when you're buying pants?
I do.
Oh my God, I hope they
They
that
keep
mini-
everything in.
Well, they- at the
All
very
that they're
least,
doing
keep
is
them-
working on the outside. The inside's going to look exactly the same.
There's still a bar and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. You want to go
That's
bowling?
the cashier spot.
Sure.
No, they should keep the mini putt area. How
was
cool would
awesome.
that be?
As an ode to days of yore.
Go
right?
buy yourself new shirts or
Sure.
on all that,
And have
but
a
also
swing.
go for a little.
Go for a quick 9.
I'm gonna go for a quick
Yeah.
9. I think was it 9 or 18?
Yeah.
They just
8.
had 9. Was it 8?
I
Something
played
like
it once.
I think you gotta do it
QB1.
twice.
You can do QB1. There's urinals.
QB1.
Like you can go.
Yeah. With the field
But I'm
goal
gonna go
post,
for the
yeah.
mini putt, and then I'm gonna go buy myself a nice couple of pairs of shirts or hoodies
Sure.
or something.
Yeah, you love it.
It's a great day.
Off track
Right?
betting.
All at Mark's.
Perfect. Okay, couple of texts to get to. I love that this is coming up and conjuring up a lot of memories and some ideas. One text says, "I miss the old 2-story HMV that was in West Edmonton Mall. Bought
Yeah.
too many CDs there when I'd visit Edmonton. Did it not have its own escalator in it, if I recall
Oh, yeah,
correctly? Yeah. And then
Upstairs was was the upstairs was movies and stuff.
Yeah.
And usually like that. And then downstairs was
And
the
as an
music.
out of towner as well, when I would go to that HMV, the metal section, it was like an oasis of stuff that I couldn't normally find. A
Right.
metal section on roids almost. You had all the different subgenres, like anything that I would go there and I would spend at least an hour browsing through that section.
I respect that.
which I didn't get at a normal HMV at a regular mall.
Do you remember the listening stations
Yes.
that like the new releases, they would have like 4 or 5 of them and you could sample?
Or actually, that one had, I think you can go up to them, ask them to put a CD in.
Oh yeah, you could.
I thought so.
And you could be like, hey, I want to see how
Yeah, you
listen
could.
to this track. And they would pull that track up for you, I think, for some of them.
That's cool.
and then you go, I don't like it. Then you leave.
No,
You
thank
just
you.
go and listen to music for a while. I don't like it.
That was a good end of the mall I liked because it had the HMV double, which was cool. And then I always like going to Chapters.
Oh yes.
I love going a nice peruse through Chapters or something, which is still there.
It's great.
I love a good bookstore.
Yeah.
Books are, Kindles, I respect all that, but audiobooks, if that's how you want to consume them, but a book,
A solid,
yeah, something to be said
hardcover,
about
soft cover, whatever.
when you hold it and finish it and close it, you're like, there's a good feeling.
I have this app. It's a Google Rewards app. They just every so often ask you to do surveys, and you get like 50 cents for doing the survey or something, and then you can use that money in their Google stores.
Perfect.
I've bought some books with it, and I want to read them, but I'm just like, I actually kind of wish I had the book.
Right?
It's just
Yeah.
not the same. I just like opening it up. And
Well, there's a satisfaction when you finish it. You're like, okay.
I have this
put it on the
problem.
bookshelf.
I'll get a book and then I don't want to read it because I don't want to finish it.
I've got that
Because
situation
it's
right
the
now.
ever longing, looking forward to enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to end, so I don't start it.
I need to get through halfway through the book. If I don't get through halfway, like I'll take my time. But then once
Will
I
you
get
quit?
about halfway, no, it's just it sits there, and then I just I won't start a new book
You got
until
to
I'm done
finish
that
it.
book.
Yeah.
But it's once I get through halfway, then I'll crush the rest.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I'm already almost done, and
On
I'm
to the
trying
next.
to catch up. And
I've been doing that with So Help Me Golf by Rick Riley. It's been sitting on my nightstand for like 8 months, and I haven't picked it. I'm like, and I rip through it. Like I'll pick it up and I'll read for like half an hour. I'm like, oh, I want to savor this book.
Exactly. Yeah,
So I
yeah.
just
You want to
leave it
last
there.
forever.
I better finish it. Okay, Jay-Z via the inbox also adds, because you're talking about that end of the mall. What about the Dragon at the Cineplex? Was it a Scotiabank theater?
it was Cineplex. I forgot what it was officially called.
Famous Players?
Famous Players. That's what it was. Famous
Yeah.
Players, and then they bought it out, and now it's Scotiabank.
My wife and I were queuing up. We went to see that Nosferatu movie recently. So we're standing there waiting to get our food in line. And then there's like a family in front of us. And the mom and the dad are going to the kid. They're going, yeah. And there used to be you'd walk in here and there's a dragon up top. And it was one of those moments where you could tell, and the kid didn't really care. But the parents were living that nostalgia.
It
Real
breathed
thick.
fire.
It
Like
was so hot.
Yeah.
And then like they'd have to shut off to close the stairs like when the show was about to go on because they didn't want people standing too close.
Right.
Because the flames would be right near that.
Yes.
So you knew it was going to be showtime because they're shutting off the stairs.
There was like a Batman up there. There was there's a whole story about what was in the ceiling of that movie theater. It was like a dragon looking for its babies, and the babies.
It was a mosaic of something happening.
Over the concession were the baby dragons, and they were being hidden by somebody had stole them.
When was that taken away then, the dragon? Because it was still up there,
10
just wasn't
years
breathing
ago?
fire, correct? Didn't they still have it hanging up there? And it was
fired
inactive
for a while,
right?
and then they just left it up there for a while, and then they took it
Because
down.
wasn't that far long ago that
I
they
think
took it
part
down?
of the reason they took it down is this is just going to be conspiracy, is that they were tired of people like, why isn't it breathing fire? And like asking for that to return, so they just got rid of it.
It was sick.
Jeffy does add for that end of the mall. There was HMV, there was Chapters, there was Silver City Theater. It was Famous Players, but then it was called Silver City
Silver City. That's
and
right.
Palladium. Do you remember Palladium?
Was awesome.
That was before the Rec Room,
Yeah.
and it was love the Rec Room, but it was I think better than the Rec Room.
And it was better than Reds, because Reds was there too,
Yes.
which is now Ed's, but it's not the same.
Because it was different.
Yeah.
I don't know why they shut.
How
that
long
one
was the
down.
bingo hall there? Has that been there since inception? Like
Day
that's
one.
been yeah.
Probably.
Still there?
Oh, I know it's still there, but was it added on, or was it that this has been a staple of the?
I think it's actually that was because down there was my favorite dollar store. Everything for a dollar store.
Yeah.
EFADS.
See.
I don't know if anyone remembers that one.
No.
Because this is the thing about this mall is I love those weird
Oh, this was
Little
crooks
nooks
and
and
avenues.
crannies, yeah.
That's the good stuff.
Yeah.
You can have your high end, purse shops and watch this and that, and in Paris Jewelers, who great place for jewelry, but it's those
This dollar
offshoots.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Yeah.
This was the best dollar store that I think
So
Canada ever had.
candy or just knick-knacks or what do you?
everything.
Yeah, everything.
You were that kid that was just like, going to the dollar store today. I got
there's
$10.
Oh no, that also I just try to get my parents to buy me a toy from there.
Sure.
They never
course
let
they
me
would.
buy the guns, like with the caps. Never was allowed. Alicia Hemming adds, interesting. I thought a gym was going into the Shanks. There's signs for it when I drive by. I thought I heard then it was good turning to a Mark's.
Let the
Because there's
games
a mark
begin.
right there, right?
Yeah, no, there is. Yeah, it's. I don't
now-
know. I
now
thought
I
it was
don't
a
even
gym
know.
too. Somebody, there were
I thought so
whispers that
too,
it was
yeah.
going to be a gym, but one of
Now
those
I don't even know.
Planet Fitness, eh? But they have one by the
It's painted like a Marks right now.
yeah.
If you drive by, the
Same
colors
style.
are like a Marks.
I still hope they're just doing the outside, and the inside is exactly the same. You pay at the bar.
Are you
Wouldn't that be a
buying
trip?
jeans or buying
Oh
a beer
my
today?
God.
Bowling alley's still there.
And Jeff Shanks is working there. He's like the manager of the Dave Shanks. Yeah, whatever. his name
Dave.
is. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, Ian
The Australian
says,
dude's bouncing at the door.
Oh, yeah.
What was the guy that gave the firewood?
Yeah, I know with the sweatpants. Randy.
Randy.
Yeah, Randy's got
Randy
the firewood.
just
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
up every day.
What a collection of characters.
Ian says the baby dragons are still at the end of the hallway.
Ah, so the conspiracy lives.
Uh-huh. But apparently, and
They'll
best-
grow into big dragons and they'll start breathing fire one day.
just let them get older. Now we're talking.
Now I got you.
Ty
intrigued.
Jordan was big into the dragon.
There's a
Okay.
video best
He was
Edmonton
trying
Mall.
to find where the dragon was.
It's
Oh,
gone.
I see.
He was trying to
No,
find
but it's got to be in
has
some
it
sort
now.
of scrap heap
No.
now, or in a
Apparently, they
shed.
dismantled it.
They-
It was sold and dismantled.
Dismantled.
That's what Best Edmonton Mall. I remember. I watched the video.
But who bought it?
Somebody had to have.
And that's what Ty was trying to figure out. I think.
Some-
Some
Apparently-
flatbed trailer.
Who, by the way, Ty wanted to come on the Hangout after Calvary beats whoever in Champions League, but no message from him once they lost. Once they got eliminated from
Weak.
CONCACAF Champions League, no message
Weak.
about that one. Take that, Calgary.
Vancouver Cavalry or Victoria?
Victoria.
Yeah, okay, sorry.
So that's an inside joke for those footy fans out there that are paying attention to the CPL.
Sports, eh?
Sports. Bonnie Dunron saying, "How about Rum Jungle?" Sorry.
No, I'm the sports.
yeah.
Like, what's on tonight? You guys at the end of Nielsen show was
Scotties will be the one that I'm
Scotties,
tuning into.
Scotties.
Yeah.
We're not
gonna
Noon,
talk about
noon
the
and
full
5.
Scotties.
Noon and 5, which I like the time of the draws on the East. I like
hate
that
'em.
for us. What do you mean you hate them? You
I
think you can
like-
watch the 5 o'clock draw and still have a bit of an evening to
Yeah, I like the good 7 o'clock draw to
Yeah.
finish my night. 7
Okay.
to 10.
You right in the
as
wrapper
I'm
after that.
watching, and then it's bedtime. Let's go.
I've been PVRing north of 60. So
what you're
Danny and I,
watching?
yeah. So we'll throw one of those on.
Actually, from 3 to
TV
6
just
today,
got his girlfriend pregnant.
Tune in to Edmonton Sports
no.
Talk because it will be the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, but Matt Awanikin for Reed Wilkins today.
Whoa.
And Hervey joining us at 5 o'clock. Oh, I got to message
Whoa.
Micah Curry quickly.
Is Jay bringing in some of his homemade salami or pastrami or whatever
No, I'm
he's
not
making
What
really.
a
that meat?
labor of love.
Yeah, I
yesterday.
know. Hey, they look like dinosaur
They
eggs
do
or
look
dragon
like-
eggs
yeah.
on the theme of.
Yeah, since we're talking about the dragons or dragon poops,
Well, that too.
one or the other. Anthony on Long Island wants to go and take it this route. Why isn't Bedard on the Canada roster? Major missed opportunity.
Aha.
He's not good enough. I think that's why.
His day will come.
I'm sure. But right now, it's not that time.
Like, who would you take off the team for Bedard at the same time with how they were constructed? They're trying to construct a team.
Yeah.
quote
Mitch
unquote
Marner.
team.
Well, I'd put Tom Wilson in over.
Sure, yeah.
I'd probably have him ready to go for the Olympics. If he has another strong year like he's having this year. But Bedard in time, I think, is the right answer, like you said.
He's got a lot of track ahead of him.
Iron Nation, Alicia says, is the gym.
Okay,
The
so he's
color
got a
scheme-
name. I
The
love it.
color scheme is also orange and black, so same as Marks.
Interesting.
So my information on the Marks is wrong.
They're the same
Wow.
colors, yeah.
Did you get that
Iron
from
Nation.
Friedman?
What's wrong with Friedman?
Well, the Swedish
Oh,
players.
Arvidsson and Ekholm being out yesterday. And
Oh.
it didn't actually happen. The Swedes.
That was a lead
Oh.
balloon joke.
Ian says the main issue
They
with
have a Twitter. Sorry, they have an Instagram account.
Who does the
Iron
gym?
Nation
the
West
gym. Oh, okay, I
Edmonton.
see.
They're
thought it was
renov- Oh, do you guys want to
The
see
old Shanks
they
as an
have
Instagram account.
interiors. Oh no,
This is going to be this is like turning the
This is
lights on at
heartbreak. Space Mountain.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't think this is. I think these are just old Pidgems photos.
Oh.
I don't think it's the new one.
I don't want to see it. I'm
not
never
going
setting a
into
foot
that.
in.
I won't.
No
believe
offense
it.
to their
Coming
brand.
winter 2025, they have cold plunges and sauna rooms,
That's neat.
That's
yoga
great.
room.
Good touch.
tanning.
Good touch. That's going to
Okay.
be a complete gym.
Thank you, Alicia.
So Synergy Spa, but in a bigger. You can do all that in the banya downstairs, can't you?
Neil Yakupov's having a banya today.
Right downstairs.
Put it on his Instagram. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
At Synergy Spa.
Yeah, he's actually he's
Okay.
like banya day.
I was gonna go. That's what we're full of going to Yakupov.
No,
but
he
okay.
put it on his Instagram. I was like, he's in the banya. I wonder if he knows these.
He'd love
lovely.
it.
He knows Victor and the crew.
Get him in here.
Ian says the main issue with the Dragon was prices and maintenance. Yeah, natural gas.
Yeah, but look how much movies are nowadays.
You got to
can all
feed
have
it.
money.
It's like $20. Well, you can go on Tuesdays to the cheap
They
theater.
still have, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I
that's
might
the
do that tonight.
What movie?
Captain America.
Yeah. The Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the movie across the theater across the street. It's great.
I have a
There's
landmark
no one
card.
there.
I know. That's why I'm saying.
I still can't
Across
believe
from the big mall?
in the city center mall.
Oh, City Center. Oh, yeah, you
there's
guys
like
have
no one
yeah.
ever there. I don't know how they still operate. I'm worried that they're going to close because you can have the theater basically to yourself.
That mall's
Yeah.
a trip as well. Hey, do they still have that Irish pub upstairs? The Fiona is
Nope.
what was the one?
Fauna's
Oh,
long
Finn
closed.
McCool's.
That's
Oh.
They
long
have
closed.
District. What do they call that? It's the
It's not District 99, is it?
no. It's the hotel's restaurant.
but it's
So-
District something.
Yeah.
So it's the Delta's restaurant
So
upstairs.
that won't go anywhere. Or it shouldn't.
They still got winners.
They have the food court.
it goes so high. I don't like taking those escalators. You're
They
right on
lost-
the edge.
Yeah, they lost Sport Check.
Yep.
Really?
They lost.
They've lost
the
a
Bay.
lot. They're
They lost
losing
a
the
lot.
second. There's 2 shoppers in there,
Oh yeah.
which also didn't make sense that they still had 2. They're closing one now. They have a Dollarama downstairs.
Yeah, that Dollarama. Security. Yikes.
Kind of
but the
steals
movie
the charm
theater,
of his
like,
childhood.
yeah, it
Like
does.
you go to the movie theater and like there's a I would say 50-50 chance you might only be there with less than 5 people.
Do they sell hot dogs at the front? Because it would seem
Yeah,
like that type of
No,
theater.
no, it's
You
a
know what I'm
normal
saying?
one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like it's awesome. And if you go at a certain time, you have to go through the Delta entrance because the rest of the mall's closed.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's
Never
depending
had
on the time. If you're going after like 7 o'clock, you have to go through the north side through the Delta lobby. type thing.
Oh.
So you can get up there.
I hate a packed theater.
Otherwise, they're all locked.
It was the best to go to.
That's why it's great.
Yeah, yeah. That's,
There was
I hear
one
you.
time I went to go see a movie and I was like, I might have this theater to myself. Like when I booked, it was like 15 minutes before the movie. I had the only seat, and then all of a sudden, like 2 minutes before the movie, 2 people walked in.
No.
Like, damn it!
And
Yeah.
they sat right next to you?
No.
That anxiety of waiting, knowing that some idiot's going to come and
They're the worst. They
slot up
ruin
right
it.
behind me or right in front of me or what, like,
And,
get a whole.
oh, thank you for reminding
gonna
me.
say
Because
something.
yeah, when nobody's there and the people like sit in your row or like right around you, it's like
It's like a public urinal,
get out of
and
here.
there's 19, and then he waddles right up.
yeah, like,
Like, why?
Idiot.
Can't see Captain America 7:30.
What about this guest you guys said was like? Is
I
this a
text
thing?
him.
This was not real, was it?
No,
This is-
Lali's real. And
Okay.
he loves being on.
He reached out to be on.
But like, what's,
what time, Tom? I have a 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. training session. Should be free around that time. Excluding
do we
that
get our
time.
AMs and PMs?
You are supposed to be on the air with us right now.
Okay, so while you keep messaging with that, if you want, we can bring in Trav.
No. I'm
Okay,
just kind
Can
of
we
curious.
draft
I'm more
or not?
curious.
Oh, you
than
can go
anything.
and then come back.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
no
sure.
problem. So, well, when you,
See, Tom.
I've the Landmark Theater for tonight. There's a 7:30 showing.
I like.
For
you know what?
Captain
Can you
America.
make this a thing in the Hangout? Movie gallery.
But so Captain America 7:30 tonight at Landmark
Yes.
downtown City Center Mall. There is right now 1 seat taken. There's one person booked.
I love how somebody's
they didn't
going
even
in.
book the best seat in the house.
Okay.
I don't know, but that's and if there's a 7 o'clock showing, and that 7 o'clock showing right now has 6 people there for Captain America.
Busy.
You could go see. Oh, there's a Led Zeppelin movie right now.
I love you doing theater listings on. It should be part of the Hangout.
Do you remember
Reach out.
calling that number to hear the listings?
Movie phone.
Yes. Well, that's that version of it. The Led Zeppelin only has 1 person booked. Why do they book that seat?
See, the Scotties at 5 is good. You can watch the Scotties, then you can go check out the movie at 7. You can have your whole night.
Well, no, I'm not going to get home till about 7 because
Because of the
the
Reed
Reed
Wilkins
Wilkins
show.
show with Jay Milton. Who
I
I need
can
to get
scoot out a bit early, eh?
I need to get a 4 Nations guest. I told Jay I'd get one.
Jamie Thomas was there. He joined us last week.
I have a few other people I got to reach out
well-
to. Mark Masters said no because he's off the beat now. But he said Claire
He's off
Hannah
the
and
beat.
Ryan
Oh, yeah.
Schauger there.
Yeah, Hannah was doing that. Yeah. Shoggy's there.
Maybe I'll message her Shog.
He was eating hot dogs too in Montreal. I don't know about Boston. But
We'll see. I'll get some
Yeah.
fun show today. Again, Ed Hervey coming on the show today.
have you done a
5
Reed Wilkins
o'clock.
show yet with either
I've
one
never,
of them?
No,
Yeah.
no, I haven't been on. So this is gonna be fun. I got the whole full script yesterday, so we'll have a good time.
A script.
Like their show schedule.
Oh,
Like I'm used to doing sometimes.
you don't
the
write it
one
out
show.
word for word, do you? Like
No,
There's been
no.
a few shows in the past.
I hate what was that show called? Saturday Sports Extra. I know Saturday Sports Extra. I'm excited to talk to Ed. Get his take on how we
Well, Robbie Smith, right? Highest paid, but that's all bonuses and stuff and all this appearances money.
Well,
and
then
all
just
that.
went and got that defensive lineman from Hamilton that got released yesterday, I believe it was. So we'll see what Ed has to say. I'm fascinated to learn about if he went about wanting to pick the entire Toronto defensive line, basically, or did it just work out that way?
And Demetrius Maxey.
That whole
influence,
everything on all of that. So it'll be good to talk to Ed and try to see like kicking. Is he solid with kicking? Like what else is he
that's
maybe
a question.
looking at, or is he kind of pretty happy with this roster as is going to camp?
The draft April 30 is the next kind of. I mean, that'll be interesting too to see what you do. No, but I mean, again, it's see what happens.
Now, was I supposed to line up Lali? Because he's texting me right now.
You said he messaged you wanting to come on, and then I told you Tuesday, and you're like, yeah, and then you were on your phone messaging him.
And then he said, yeah, tell me what time, and I did not get back to him.
Oh!
That's maybe I think that's where anybody can take a reservation. You got to hold.
Okay, well, he's off. Where's he off to tomorrow?
Boston for the final.
He's off to Boston for the final. Okay, we'll have to plan that for a different day then. Whoops.
My bad.
All good.
We'll have you on soon.
Okay.
I didn't receive your
sense.
note, just your last message.
Just say you accidentally deleted it. You sent it. You saw it, but then you deleted the message. You could like delete message. Whatever.
Yeah.
You can change that sidebar now to say Lieutenant Eric, I guess. Or
Okay. Well, that's only been an hour.
Yeah.
Well, we thought
I'm just saying.
I haven't told him or anything.
If you change it, you can change it.
Yeah, we could have done that. We could have done that. Well, welcome.
He says he's good to come on.
I like Mondays because the merman's in here. I like
The
Murray,
merman.
but he's gone too, eh?
Where is he?
Well, he's Monday.
Traveling. Oh yeah, today's
Monday,
a Tuesday.
Today's a Tuesday.
I would have thought
We're
you
almost
may
done
have
the week.
used him again though.
That's
Like he
right.
gets
The week's almost over.
Is this your whole winter spring thing again?
I stand by that.
I know you're standing by it, but man, you've had a tough slog here through the month of February.
No. I
end of
never
January.
said February wasn't going to be cold.
I know.
I never said that.
I know that, but
I said March
the
is going to be
beginning
fine.
of the end.
And let's take a look. Thursday, 3 degrees.
Oh, it's gonna be
Friday,
great.
5 degrees.
Yeah.
Saturday, 5 degrees. Sunday, 9 degrees.
Boom.
Monday, 7 degrees.
Shorts weather.
Actually, the Sunday 9 degrees is shorts weather.
Absolutely, it is.
And it's only overnight low of -2. It's not that.
It's gonna get messy out there, eh?
It's going to be beautiful. Although, start your cars. Boys, start your cars. Have you guys started your cars? You should
No.
go
I
a
need
quick
to go
start
get
of your
Yeah,
car right
probably
now.
do that. Yeah.
Because it feels like -36 right now, but -29.
Lovely. Collingwood Rob with this memory from West Edmonton Mall. I worked in the Fantasy nightclub as an entrance consultant and exit consultant at the end of the night. Is that
What
a
a dressed
bouncer?
up term. Yeah.
It is now the casino. We had stairs that lit up when you walked up them. There were 4 bars, 2 up, 2 down, with a fire pole to go down between the 2. The fire pole only lasted opening night when a drunk went down and broke his ankle.
Yeah.
That nightclub had a kick-ass laser show. Worked there for almost 3 years.
Yeah.
See
a
what
fun
you missed
idea.
out on your generation, Brendan?
Yeah.
Laser shows, fire
No
poles and
lawsuits.
bars. Someone brought up Rum Jungle, where they would have girls swinging from the ceiling. Awful. Yeah, nobody enjoyed that at all.
Very disappointing.
Smoking inside.
Smoking inside, there was a time.
That's one thing I do like.
The option of smoking or non-smoking.
Well, the casino. There's something about being in a casino where there is the smoking, right?
We said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a feel to it. It gets stuck in the carpet.
It feels like a casino at that point.
Yeah.
That's why I need to pull up the Dutch Masters.
Dutch
in Vegas.
Masters. Well, hey, heavy hockey showdown.
Nah.
You have your victory cigar.
No, I got to try. I got to come with a different approach this year.
Ooh.
I'm debating the suit this year. Didn't work. Didn't inspire the team.
So what's
this
the
year.
next idea?
I don't know.
A track
maybe,
onesie?
maybe it's just normal clothes or something. I don't know. To inspire these guys.
tuxedo.
We've recruited a different type of team this year.
That's true. Yeah.
We've brought my brother in. We've brought Tommy's brother in to help bolster this team a
Okay.
little bit.
New look.
And I got to talk to Belzy. Maybe we're going to have Belzy too.
What's your motto this year? Like new look, same attitude, or
Well, it's
one of those?
redemption. So we
It's
got to
just one
go
word.
with that.
Redemption.
Well, it's
Are you going to be mixing up the lines? Are you going to be juggling things?
well,
like in terms of-
because we'll have to do an auction on the morning show in the next couple of weeks to auction off the coaching spot, like we did last year. Coach Pete took over.
Coach Pete was awesome.
Coach Pete was very inspirational.
He was great.
but only to a point, hey? I hear. Yeah.
Well, he was good cop to your bad cop.
Yeah, exactly. That,
I don't know what
it
that
was a good
means. I had to
dynamic.
play defense. I don't know how to play defense. Sacrificed a
You should
lot.
hold out for more money
I should, and I will.
until your demands are met.
Well, I don't know if maybe Coach Pete will come up again with the donation, maybe somebody else, but I'm the assistant coach. I will follow the lead of the coach.
See, I like that. We're kind of doing it back. We hire the assistants first,
Yes.
then the head coach has to come in and kind of.
100%.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
That's how the Oilers did it.
Yeah, who is that with again?
Well,
no, Chris Noble, yeah.
Yeah. You are the Paul Coffey of this team, eh? Or is that kind of.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
You open up that laptop. Nope. You just
No.
breathe confidence with words.
The EST
snap
supporters
passes
section
around, yeah.
will be the X Factor to
Give me the
HH
chin.
Showdown,
Yeah.
says VR Montenegro. So I think VR's coming. Big Uke's coming.
VR would be a great coach.
Oh, Jay says I need to go all black with a Tortorella inspired Q-zip. Hashtag redemption.
Actually, that would be something. You doing the Tortorella?
I don't think I don't have a good black quarter.
Well,
I might have to go look
hit
for
up
one
that
of
new
those.
Mark's Work warehouse. Get in 9 holes.
This is all intertwined.
Ah,
Now
that's
that
a
it is,
beautiful
it
web.
is for sure the gym. They better keep at least the bowling alley.
Well, whenever a team say they tear down a stadium, there's always like a little section,
Yeah.
like this is in honor of blah blah blah. Used to play here in
Yep.
a green space or something.
Yep.
Why not keep a the leg of a pool table or something? I don't know. They had
Norman,
enough.
a combine. Has the Riverhawks schedule been released? Can't wait for 9 and 9 innings. The Riverhawks schedule was released a couple months ago, actually. I think it was in December.
Yeah, that's out.
I was out before the CFL schedule.
The other team still hasn't released their name yet, though, and that's what I.
What other team? Oh, the Prospects.
Prospects, formerly known as.
I will be doing the 9 beers, 9 innings challenge this year.
I'm gonna have to carry you
pick a
home,
date.
aren't I?
That's a walk.
You get to carry him home
Yeah, get.
uphill.
I'll be fine.
Just get Dom to
just
take him on
gonna
his bike.
drag him.
Yeah. Bring a wagon.
We will find the right schedule.
Tommy, no, Tommy.
We will look for the right dates.
Let's go, Matthew.
We'll do it on a Tuesday when it's like a Wiener Wednesday or Wiener Tuesday. 'Cause I don't think they do Wiener Wednesdays. You guys can go.
They should name it after you. Matthew Onyx Wiener Tuesdays.
There we go. I think it is Tuesdays.
In honor of you doing the 9
Their
beer.
Tuesdays is their cheap hot dogs.
Yeah. Are we going to do the horse race again or what?
So there's potentially. Oh, it's supposed to be the race again, so I could prove my
The rip-off
championship
every
again.
Prove. Yeah,
I've got
yeah,
the
yeah.
sauerkraut waiting.
You sure do.
They're home Tuesday the 3rd of June and the 17th. I won't do it Canada Day.
Is that the start of the
29th.
schedule? What's their home opener there? Is that
So the
June?
season starts at home on June 3rd against
June 3rd.
Victoria. They're home for a week. They're gone for a week. Home for a week. Gone for a week. That's how June is. July is home for a week, gone for a week. There's an all-star game. They're home for that weekend. They're gone for a week. Home for that week. Gone for 3 days. So there's 3 days in April or August.
Do you know where the All Star is this year? It should be here.
I think it's Bellingham again.
That's
or something
BS.
Like that.
We smashed the attendance records because it is we're the ones going.
It's the city. Yeah.
But I mean that the beautiful park. I mean
Well,
they
it's
should.
legitimately us. That's what
You're
Well,
right.
yes.
But I'm saying like why does not the WCL say hey kudos to you for doing this? Here's an All Star weekend.
yeah.
I'm assuming that will come. 2025. Let's say it's returning to Bellingham.
Returning to Bellingham.
Boo.
At Joe Martin Stadium.
Joe Martin.
That'll be a good time.
Remax
Cam
field.
Moon will be with us.
I cannot wait.
I texted Mooner yesterday. He was coming back from Montreal. Yeah, Mooner will be in. Absolutely. Section I gang.
Yep.
And then
We're gonna have a
the
lot of
plan,
fun.
the 9-9. It will happen.
And the horse race.
Remember we had the day with EST that Dustin with a Y.
Dustin with a
won?
Y. Yeah.
Yeah. that was
No, we'll
fun.
have that again.
doing
One of
it
our
again?
Nasty Club winners will get that draw.
That's awesome.
And are we what was that? That was just the ball game, correct?
Well,
We went
dinner.
for Bite.
Yeah, at Kelly's.
Kelly's.
But I want to do and it was when FC Edmonton was here, and I think were you along with me for that one?
I did with Luke and Ryan. I did FC Riverhawks one night.
Stingers game, FC Edmonton in the afternoon, and then
Oh,
Riverhawks
I
tonight.
met up
You got
with
the
you
whole
guys
yeah.
during that.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
let me
you guys
see.
were
Hell of a day.
buckled.
Oh, it was a great day, but
And you were tweeting at the one goalie that played against FC Edmonton, and
yeah, we were yelling something about him had to do with spaghetti or something like that. Was
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
thing?
that was Ryan, Luke, and I.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
the three of
We
you.
were
Yeah,
yelling
yeah.
spaghetti because it was a Simpsons reference.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one, but I because it was
And then
K days.
it
The
was great.
Stingers played early
Caleb
at
Irving.
Expo. Caleb Irving, yeah,
That was
yeah.
the goalie.
But Stingers were early at K-Days, and then FC Edmonton's in the afternoon, and then a Riverhawks night game. It was a great day.
I think I came to the baseball game with you guys.
I think I went the other two by myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there was one Riverhawks game.
It was that with us.
Yeah.
With Ryan and Luke.
Yeah,
and Luke was bound.
Because then we went to the Pint.
That's right. And my brother and Luke hit it off, and they shared chicken tendies.
And Ryan and Luke just left also in the Pint. I remember it's like, oh, they're just gone.
No,
And then I remember because we were spending time a lot they had the outdoor bar.
Yeah.
On the patio, they opened up like a little bar out there, and that's where we were spending this time.
We
it was
were there
great
for a
there.
while. It was a good time.
I wonder what type of...
Was Mooner there that night?
Yeah.
You know who else was there? Brandon Hagel.
Was he?
Yeah. He came by and said hi to us.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Quarter
remember
zip?
that one. Open.
No quarter zip. He was
Okay.
having a great time.
So I'm going to try to pull up all the schedules and see if there's any way of...
The overlap.
What overlaps we have.
Yeah. I think you could factor in the Elks too, I guess.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And but I don't think the Elks would work.
No.
Like I think
that's too much. You want to get the
I
tailgate
think you're
and
getting
everything.
either Stingers or Riverhawks, then Elks. I don't think you can do any like all three or something.
The Elks are a full day event, regardless of when kickoff is.
They are a full day.
Yeah, I'm gonna
really
have to print these
quickly,
off.
in the meantime, as Matthew looks that up, Team USA with a plethora of updates heading into Thursday's final at the Four Nations Face-Off. Quinn Hughes is coming, is the quote from Mike Sullivan. Also, expect both Kachucks in the lineup and Austin Matthews good to go for the final as well. They're
Quinn
loading
Hughes
up.
is coming.
Quinn Hughes is flying in for the final.
Wow, they're pulling out all the stops.
Like to watch? Or
No,
he's like, he'll
playing.
be.
He is playing.
Bring it.
Quinn
Well-
Hughes is coming, is the quote.
Okay, so the Riverhawks and the Elks play the exact same home day and home on the 19th, but it doesn't work because it's a Thursday. So that one starts. I'm gonna have to do this off the air
No, it's fun. Yeah.
because I'm gonna have to print all three off and see what connections we can.
There will be
But there's
something.
got to be at
There
least,
will be something.
There's got. I think there would be one Elks night because the Elks play Sundays at 5. I would like to think. Okay, July 6th. Okay, here's one because usually the Riverhawks play what 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, on weekends, yeah.
Yeah,
like
so
that
on the
Sunday's
Sunday.
usually at 1 o'clock.
So July 6th, the Riverhawks play Nanaimo. They haven't announced their times yet. And then the Elks play at 5 o'clock. So you could be there from 1 to 4, walk up downtown, take the LRT to Commonwealth.
And you're there
You're there.
well in time for kickoff. You could even
You could probably go quickly, get to tailgate.
Yeah, exactly. You could dabble in some tailgate festivities. Tailgate was awesome last year. It just keeps getting better and better and better. Adds to the game day vibe. Jerry and the crew at Spirit have done a great job.
Well, and I've been attending over these dark years and seasons, and if you plopped somebody down who had no prior knowledge of the team or anything,
Yeah.
you'd say, wow, what are they, competing for a championship? Like, that's vibe. So if and when this team turns around, which you would expect at least somewhat this year,
Yep.
that tailgate's going to get a shot of B12, which it didn't need. Like, that's going to be quite a place to be. That'll be humming. It'll be amazing.
Stingers play at 6 o'clock or 4 o'clock that day, too.
Ooh.
We have all 3 home teams at home on the July 6th.
On July 6th?
Yeah.
That's the equinox?
Well, but you can only choose between, well, you could go, I guess, for like a quarter or two at the Stingers, but it's Riverhawks at probably about 1, Stingers at 4, Elks at 5. That's too bad.
Ooh, yeah.
That's too bad.
That's as close as you get.
Wow, there's going to be some,
There's some overlapping, but
who takes the hit? It might not be the Elks,
Nobody.
depending on the start of their season.
Yeah.
there'll
Well,
be
I
enough
think-
people
I
to go
think-
around.
You get 5,000 at the ballpark, 5,000 at
There are baseball
4,500.
fans, there are football fans,
Yeah,
there are
exactly.
basketball fans,
And then there
everybody.
could be a big nightcap with the Elks in
It's where
action.
does the gen pop
Yeah.
choose? But that's yeah,
I hope it all works out. But it would have been great if there was like,
the staggered.
how would you have to, like an 11 o'clock ball game?
Well, it was Stingers that kicked it off at K-Days. That was the one year because
But-
they had an early tip.
But if you went 11 o'clock ball game, because like they do those matinee,
Yeah.
do that one kid's matinee. You just play at 11.
that's when we got fired.
It was.
Oh, right. Oh, can I really
and then,
quickly?
but okay, before you get it's
Yeah.
11 o'clock and then maybe what, a 3 o'clock basketball game.
Yeah,
yeah, and then a 7
And
o'clock
then
ball.
that's only 2 hours. That's 5. You could do a 7 o'clock football game. You could do
Yeah.
a 6 o'clock even if you want. And you could have all 3. That would have been great if they could have
It
scheduled
would
that.
be. Hello, Joaquin.
Hi, Gager.
Gager, nice sweater.
Norway.
Yeah.
Very cozy in that. Yeah, it's a little chilly.
Cold in this office. It's better than how hot it usually gets.
Yeah, it's
It
true.
keeps you awake.
What are you going to
Broadcasting.
say?
Okay, so that day when our station got shut down, our old one, I remember I was hosting for Dusty that morning because he was on his golf trip. It was you and I.
You and me. Yeah.
And there was all those weird meetings happening.
Texts flying.
Texts
in.
flying. And I'm like, what is going on? This is weird. It was the day after the cup was won by Vegas.
J-Mo was like a meerkat.
Oh,
He was
yeah. And I remember it was a commercial break. I went into the old talent tank where the old Tecmo machine was. And Jeff Walker's getting ready for his show. And
Totally oblivious.
Jeff, well, he's busy. He's getting ready. He's doing prep. And he goes to J-Mo, and he goes, J-Mo, look forward to doing the show with you guys down at the ballpark. And J-Mo just like with his eyes buggy, he's like, we'll see. And he walks out. And I was like, oh no, this is not good.
I love it.
Not good. And then sure enough, like half an hour later, we were being hauled into the boardroom.
Jeff's world just spins.
Oh,
eh?
my
Like,
goodness.
What did he mean by that?
That was the end of RIP 1260.
Portions of this hour of the EST Hangout. They are brought to you by the Hive Product Marketing, official merch partner of EST, promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Rip off the Band-Aid, Matthew.
Well, that one was...
I'll never forget.
Why are you throwing
never
stuff
forget.
at him?
Not your phone.
Thank you.
Matt, Tom, Eric with you here. Brennan, the intern, on the other side of the camera. Today we got Lock Shop, Jake and Huss, I believe, from Boston. We've got two guys in a goal, HJ with Gager and Cass. We've got EST Afternoons, and then the Reed Wilkins Show with myself and Jade Milne hosting today. I have my idea for the video as well.
The
video. Oh, I didn't do
the
this
video.
for the Lloyd Sod.
The video.
What?
The Reed Wilkins dunk.
Which
Oh,
one?
I don't
you
I
have
have
it.
an
Ah,
idea.
so are you
see.
dunking then, or does
I
Jay
don't know.
take that
I'm going to
place
talk
like a
to
seniority?
Well, I'm going to talk to Jay about it, and we'll see what. he
Stay
thinks.
tuned, eh?
Stay tuned.
Whoa,
Stay tuned
hey.
to our socials, as they say.
Yeah, the Tic Tac.
Like, subscribe, follow, as the kids say.
Links in the description.
That's right. And
You
then
gave it a little
it's a
movement
click,
there,
point
yeah.
up, and all of
Or
that.
yeah, link,
Sure, yeah.
link in the bio.
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
I hope we're at tailgate. Norm, Matty, I'll do a brisket for one of the tailgates.
Wow.
Norm offered last year, and then something popped up with work that he couldn't do it. But it was very kind of him to. He was going to take over a tailgate and serve food.
Hey,
I-
it's a community, right?
I'd love to be at tailgate this year. I hope maybe there's fingers crossed we can bring pre and post there.
Especially you. Nothing against Century Casino Sports Bar and Lounge.
Oh, I would.
But it's just you had to miss out on.
Here's
Can't have it all.
It's the Century Casino Green and Gold kickoff and post game shows live from Elks tailgate.
And you had your own atmosphere there, right?
Yes,
I mean,
but then
you.
on road games, I'm at Century with
Yes,
Jay.
it's
It'd be
perfect.
great.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
Oh, Jay, I'm the producer, not the talent. Matty will be dunking.
Oh, declares it.
Boom.
Someone says fire up the helicopter, Matt. I like it. Good text coming in today. Well, man, we're all over the place with this show
helicopter.
today.
Good box.
Yeah, for the
Oh,
games. Wiener Tuesday.
It's a Sunday, July. Oh, that one.
Doing the helicopter.
I think maybe to go to the 3 games.
Oh,
Yes, to
1,
go to the
4,
3.
5.
Pull a.
So you could go to the Riverhawks for 1, fly to
Wow, I know.
Expo, watch, a half.
We're all over.
Yeah.
One half of the
sure.
the
Yeah.
Stingers, then
Take a
it
drone.
over, and then go watch the Edmonton Elks beat the Ottawa Red Blacks.
Oh.
As they move to 4-0 on the season.
Oh.
Could it
Gino's return.
Did you see his post?
What?
Which
well,
one?
he came after.
Came after Ed.
Yeah.
be? Really?
He
This
posted
is Gino
it.
Lewis. So this is him. He's a firebrand.
He
you know?
posted a video saying Ed he hadn't spoken to Ed at all.
Yeah. So
He's
it's two
never
sides.
had a conversation with Ed. And
It's like Guerrero this morning with the Jays brass.
He said something along the lines of, money. He was happy to take a pay cut, but then also saying he wants people to get paid or something. But he's never talked to Ed, and it was like, okay, well, clearly then Ed's not interested in bringing you to this team. And I would have to say that I think Ed probably looked at it and went, I don't even want you. Maybe Ed didn't like things that he's heard about Gino, or says I don't want that around here.
Yeah.
I'm going to trust. I've always said this about Ed Hervey. I'll trust him when it comes to receivers. Not because he was just a former receiver, but he's proven it as a GM.
He gets good receivers.
He's found receivers. He's brought in receivers. That is one thing that you can't knock him on. You can knock him on for what he then did in BC and say it didn't work in BC, and then you can knock him and be like, well, he went to Hamilton and they didn't really do great things. Sure. But you can't knock him for the receiving.
And I don't know who
Shamir Bridges, another guy last year, comes out of nowhere with the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
That's how you do it. That's how you build a CFL roster.
Receivers.
Yeah. But I mean, especially in that position. But Gino was, I don't know, I can't remember what, you know the video I'm talking about, right? We're talking about the same one where he went on. And he said, Ed's got to understand, I'm in the same boat as he was and bringing money down and all that. And just kind of saying that he wanted his payday, and that's fine. But it's not up to Ed Hervey to take him there and deliver that payday. I mean, if somebody else, I've always said, again, especially in that position, you can and should be looking younger, cheaper, hungrier.
Where is
nothing against Gino Lewis, but if somebody wants to pay him, go ahead.
Right. Well, and they got Dunbar back too.
And and again, that's more of a higher trajectory, I would say.
He was a 1,000-yard receiver last year.
Well, and he had that relationship with Ford. Do you remember before early days of Trey Ford, they had a few of those games in Hamilton? And Trey really had a bit of a relationship. He cooked him with 2 touchdowns, I think it was, or something. Dunbar was his leading guy or his go-to guy, so that could be something.
My one lasting memory of Stephen Dunbar Jr. with the Elks, first go around, hopefully the second one goes way, way better, was Taylor Cornelius just rifling like a 7-yard slant, and it smoked Dunbar in the ankle. He's like, ow!
He could throw him. Hey,
there was some heat on that thing, and it's just like the thud of the ball hitting his ankle. He's like, ow.
Message sent. Yeah.
Gino's on the sports cage when he said it.
That was it?
And then there was a clip from the sports cage that has him saying...
Rod Peters? Oh, no, that was in Regina.
Yeah. Roddy used to do this.
Barney
but now
and,
he's busy doing a Cats and Bolts podcast down in Florida.
That's right.
Yeah, it's Barney Shankruk, Maz McFly, Chris Harris, and a few other people. Good people, good show, 620. But
what about Jamie Nye?
Nye's on the other
Green
one.
Zone with
CJ
Green Zone, that's
Locker,
right.
No better coverage of the Panthers or the Bolts than Roddy and Serena down south.
I told you, the Oilers visit the Cats and Bolts next week.
It's going to be a huge podcast for them.
Yes.
Huge one for them. But yeah, Gino said his comments. No, Dunbar is an interesting one because when I know Dusty tweeted saying like he might be number 1 receiver here. When the news happened, I was playing Tecmo with Hernan. I was like, he might be. I think like I said he was a number that becomes the number 2 receiver here, and Hernan's like, I think he's the number 3.
So who do you have?
So that's how like.
Who do you guys have filling out your 1s and 2s then?
I think Curly Gittins is my number 1. Is the number 1 receiver.
Interesting.
To
okay.
the season. He was healthy last year, wasn't he?
I feel like he missed time at the end.
There might be a game or 2.
With Hergy Mayala.
Maybe I forgot.
Mayala missed the end of the season. I thought Mayala was a good player.
I think the team views Julian Grant as the number 2.
Yes. 2 good Canadians there as well. And Zach Mathis, whom we all forget.
That's somebody.
No,
Hernan had Julian Grant as number 2. I have Dunbar as number 2.
Okay.
I think the history of Dunbar is much better and stronger than what Julian Grant has proven.
Yes. More veteran than the 2, correct?
So that's
Dunbar's
why I can see him
around.
as the number 2 as opposed to the number 1.
Yeah.
But he was a 1,000-yard receiver. So like,
Trey Odom-Dukes as well, something to prove and hungry.
Yeah.
I think, and still a lot of ceiling left.
If he stays healthy.
Yeah, sure. But
this text comes in and says, it's very telling that all of the media releases for the new Elks signings are wearing the Edmonton alternate jerseys. Good point. And I've noticed that. And I think they're just waiting to unveil the redone main uniforms.
I think that jersey's sticking around though, too.
So do I. And I think it's great.
I think the 75 comes off.
That's what I had to go back to. So on that logo on the shoulder, there's no 75.
Yeah.
It's the throwback Edmonton Eskimos old logo, but just says Edmonton Elks football. But where they did the 75 was on the helmet decal. Just for the first game. And then the others, they had the double E. So that jersey it can't be dated. They can wear it. And I think it looks great. And it's a good third.
And I think that's coming back, sticking around.
Yeah. But the main home and away, you're gonna get more of a Eskimos look to it. Sounds like.
I'm just ready.
Me too. I don't know if they're ready. The jerseys are ready yet. The new home and away. But yes, good eye on catching. They had the players suited up in the alternates.
Yeah.
Well, and we talked about it, you and I think off the air. I don't think we brought it on, but when they were doing the announcement showing the players, unveiling some of them, they still had the Elks logo, which was fascinating.
Yes.
They hadn't updated to just the double E, because you're going to see double E moving forward. You're not going to see the Elks logos.
And that's fine.
But the Elks logo was still pretty prominent for those press conferences.
The double E has to be your main one.
100%.
But again, I've always said too, if this was an expansion, that Elks logo is smart and finished and kind of it's
modern.
It's modern. It's not too complicated. It's not too, it looks good.
Yeah, I think we're at the point now where the team has had so much bad fortune.
That's the issue.
Poor play.
Yeah, under it.
That people are just kind of want to. It's associated with that logo, so they just want to wash it away. But we'll see how it goes.
Everything's gonna move so quickly right away here.
Yeah,
because we got the Scotties right now. This is the nice break. Well, then next week, okay, it's fine.
It's gonna get warmer.
But then you're into March, and you've got March Madness.
Yep.
You got spring training going on.
Heavy Hockey Showdown.
But then you're gonna have the Masters. You're then gonna have right away NBA, NHL playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And then before you know, Stingers actually starts May 11th or something like that.
And NFL free agency, which is coming up here. And I'm kind of backtracking it a bit.
And then Elks training camp's going to get going. I think it's the 10th.
April 30th is the draft.
Then you're going to have like this is you get through these couple of weeks. No, but for sports, this is the great little... It's that quiet period.
Yeah.
But things are then going to snowball after. Before you know it, you're going to blink. It's going to be fall almost. You're like everything's... So enjoy what's
Putting you on the spot. Is this the last cold stretch we get?
Cold stretch. Define what you consider a stretch. And
a week at the least, or more of prolonged minus 24.
Yes.
This is it. Once we hit Thursday, we're coasting clear. It might get a little. There might be a day. There might be.
We're not talking overnight lows.
No.
If you're talking about March, I think maybe you could see early March a couple of days of minus 20. But no, this is it. It's done.
You heard it here.
You can blame me if we get a prolonged. I will go 5+ days of 20 degree or like minus 20 or colder highs in the month of March.
Marvelous Matty. Instead of Wiarton Willie, it's Marvelous
Matty.
He saws,
well, there's like 7 different groundhogs that
exactly,
we have to give respect to apparently now.
Yeah.
One in each region.
What's the 16-day forecast look like right now?
It's looking
beautiful.
Nice. Yeah, after today.
Shorts weather. I wasn't joking.
Well, I have this one of these Clausen apps.
As you look that up, I'm going to read another text that came in
Mexico.
from the same, talked about the jerseys. On the hockey side, really quickly, Anthony on Long Island says, we keep hearing the NHL will switch back to white being the home jersey. Any traction to this? Ryan Kennedy from the Hockey News talked about it. So, yeah, it could happen.
White as home?
Yeah.
I've always loved it. I still think of it that way.
But the other part to that, I think, which was more important, was that right now, I think the league, you have to apply to the league to change your jerseys and all of that.
You have to put in requests.
What the NHL might allow is you then could just talk to the other team.
Yeah.
So like a Dallas Cowboys thing, or you?
So it's like if the Oilers wanted to wear a certain jersey, they could communicate with another team like, hey, they don't have to go to the league. They could say, we want to wear these on this.
Yeah.
And that would open it up more because, look, one of the reasons why they switched away from the whites is that you want to use those alternates at home a little bit to make money.
Yes.
People want to see those jerseys in person.
Just the white look on the ice is such a clean look, hey? Like,
if you're an Oiler fan and you're looking forward to seeing the third jersey at home, it might be white.
Ooh.
A little breadcrumb?
That's a
Gazzola bomb.
That's a delicious breadcrumb right there.
Okay, so long-term forecast right now of Edmonton. Today's cold. Tomorrow, minus 16-ish.
That's half, though. We're halving it here.
Thursday, minus 2. And then it stays around that range. I think the coldest that I'm seeing right now is March 5th at minus 5 degrees for the daytime high. This is the end of cold snaps for this season. Like, I'm not counting the end of winter coming up.
No. Yeah,
this is the last cold snap before spring. It's over. It's over.
He's
Vince
declaring
Carter, it's over.
It's been declared.
It's over. Tomorrow it gets nice. Thursday it's extremely nice. If there is a cold day, it's very brief.
Today is it, actually. Because tomorrow is going to be half of it. Minus 16 is going to feel balmy as hell. It's going
to be great.
Yeah.
And now it's all like, it could.
So this is the last day of winter for you.
There's still potential for snow in March, 100%.
Oh, sure.
I've never said that.
You can get it in May.
May long weekend, we're going to get snow.
But the cold weather's done, and it's going to basically be spring before you know it. As I said back in January. This is the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life's transitions. Find a convenient location nearest you, sentinel.ca. They are Canadian, by Canadian storage providers.
Do you ever hit the camera?
Yes.
He has a couple times. Yeah.
I actually hit it once dead on that I had to go watch the replay during the show because I was like, I got to see how this looks.
Bullseye.
It doesn't look cool.
No, well.
There's nothing like that. But yeah, we got nice weather now moving on.
Oh.
Who needs Josh Clausen?
Mindario was phoning me. Should I take the call?
Oh,
I don't know,
man.
but his fan.
He
I didn't
wants
know
to
if
come
his
on.
face comes out.
Did he ever call you?
No, I hope it's not an emergency.
No, he wants to watch soccer with you.
Probably, yeah.
There is more news coming from the Four Nations face-off in regard to like player transactions. So LeBron, a few minutes ago, put out, according to Bill Daly, NHL Deputy Commissioner, just like Thomas Harley in Canada, Quinn Hughes, quote, is not in, unquote, unless someone else is definitely out due to injury or illness. Can't practice with the team or play until that happens. And then Drags follows up with Thomas Harley had to watch morning skate in full gear from a hallway, which caused a bit of a stir when he skated with the remaining Canadian players after Makar left the ice on Saturday, assuming same rules will be applied if another injury/illness surfaces for Team USA. I'm telling you right now that if Quinn Hughes is flying into Boston to be there for USA, someone is getting sick and not playing that game, and Hughes is in. I guarantee it.
He's not waiting in the hallway.
yeah.
No.
With equipment on.
McAvoy's out.
No, but they have 6 defensemen still.
Yeah, so America's bending the rules, and the NHL's helping America bend these rules.
Interesting.
The fix is in.
Fix it. That's what's going to make the victory even sweeter on Thursday.
Oh,
There you go.
Or if Canada loses, we get to sit there and be like, well, yeah, fix was in.
yeah. Day
Good
off.
job, America. See what happens in 2026.
No.
Send it.
Lose the battle, win the war.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
I don't honestly. I will take the Olympic gold and like way over Four
kidding me?
Nations.
Yeah.
Don't give a damn.
Yes, there's prestige.
We all know that. Like
at the Olympics.
So
That's
do
what they
whatever.
count. That's
Don't
what they
care.
count, yeah.
But also when we win on Thursday, I'm going to go with that one. To Rusty Shackelford, I mentioned it to kick off the show, but I'm waiting for Luke Wilson comment from Awanek. There's nothing for me to comment. He's an idiot. I'll just say that. Calling a peaceful protest borderline racist doesn't make any sense. Saying booing the national anthem isn't a peaceful protest. I don't know what else I could say to that.
He blocked you.
He thinks I'm running a bot farm.
Yeah.
He thinks like PDO King and Ali Dally and a bunch of, I think Abutsky was in there and stuff. He thinks they're all bots by me.
So Allison Curry and Ibutsky don't actually exist.
None of
this
them
whole
exist,
time
apparently.
You've been pulling the strings.
He put a whole video
the puppet
up.
master.
He put a whole video up going like, I figured it out, guys.
Well, we got it.
And on top of that, like, if there's one thing about me, I'm known for not putting my name to my comments. I don't need to go get a burner. I'm more than happy to put my name and my face to my comments on
I
Twitter.
think he credited you for having a actual account and not
At
being
the start.
anonymous. Yeah.
Well,
and now he's blocked
he
you.
was disappointed that I had an actual name and face and had that response.
Bring him on the show.
Yeah,
Bring him
no,
on the show.
He blocked him. He can't.
I can't.
Shoot.
Like, again,
I mean,
He's
we all
deleting
have
tweets.
enough connections to get him on.
I'll quickly pull it up here.
Now, I didn't
Play the
know
video.
about any
Play
of
the
this
video.
until you told me about it
Oh,
this
yeah.
morning.
No, I just want to make sure I got the impromptu booing at a sporting event is not a peaceful protest.
Well, it's not violent.
I think everyone is mad because I called them out on their BS and I'm right. That's what he said. Please be careful with the peaceful protest narrative of the anthem as it borders being wildly racist to me.
A booing?
I think we've given this too much
That's
time
as much
already.
as I'm gonna go
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
He deleted a bunch of tweets, whatever. That's as far. He's an idiot.
He blocked you.
This
Sad.
is all new to me. So
Sad.
That's all I'll go with.
Sad.
I want to see you guys have a peaceful debate.
I want Wilson. I want Pollock. I want them all in this room. We can all settle this.
Tim Peel?
Peel as well.
How many
you can
enemies
take
you
the day
could
off.
You could put those
Use the
three
day off.
in here, and I have no
I want
problem.
Peel. I want Jesse, and I want Wilson in here. They all.
I will destroy all of them. I stand by that one. I don't care. The three of them can all
Clip it.
I'm not worried about those three. There's a
Flamethrower.
reason those are three I came with. Here's what I'll say just about because one person just messaged. No, Aaron says booing an anthem may be peaceful, but it's dumb. It doesn't help anything.
Whatever.
And I get that there's different sides to this.
I don't think it's going to help anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
What I will say is I understand that there's a lot of Canadians frustrated. What I would like people to say is, and what I would like Luke Wilson to have said to his 145,000 followers is, I disagree with the booing of the anthem, but here's why Canadians are mad and are doing this. And explain the frustrations, where those frustrations come.
Yeah.
Canadians aren't booing the anthem lightly. It is because our country has been threatened. And that's all. And that's what I was just like, there's nothing wrong with disagreeing with this. That's what you can do. Mm-hmm. But also stand there and understand why these people are doing it. Don't just say they're wrong for doing it and then mock them.
Yeah.
Which is what Luke Wilson.
There's a reason and they're doing it.
To just go boo a gas pump and mock Canadians who are rightfully frustrated and say nothing about what has been a threat to our country. That's where I have an issue. I'm done.
Future CFL commissioner, Luke Wilson, to you.
All right. I do enjoy him with Jay, though.
Oh, they're hilarious.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're.
I'm good.
You're good?
Well, Rusty Shackelford wanted it addressed. That's you.
You're on fire. You've gotten into it with a bunch of people.
I've been off Twitter for a while. I've been on it, but I haven't tweeted in a while. And the last 3 things I've done basically is fourth. I went after Tim Peel a little bit ago because he went after your Rumchuck.
Yes.
And then I went after Tim Peel, Jesse, and Luke.
And you don't work for a major telecom now, so you can go on there and speak your mind.
Independent station.
Unlike these other guys.
Touché.
Just saying, it's funny that everybody else gets, we. Yeah.
Big Slam Nasty. Beans belong in chili. No, they don't. In what was it? Home style chili. No, traditional. Yeah, home style.
Texas.
Traditional doesn't. It was.
All right, Texas.
Yeah.
We're not getting into that one.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not getting into that one. Oh, what's this most obscure stat? Oh, teams which have had the home dressing room are 0-6 in the 4 nations, says Chris Cuthbert.
Attaboy, CC.
That's
USA
an interesting
gets
number,
home
though.
dressing ring for Thursday's final.
Aha.
Elliot Friedman. John Cooper says he sees no reason why Cale Makar won't be available.
Excellent.
So,
Excellent.
Expect Cale Makar now back in the lineup, which is much, much needed.
This show has also flown by today.
I told you, though, the 3 hours in the morning fly by quicker than the 2 hours in the hangout.
Yeah.
Because of the casual, when you're at the desk, you're like, oh, yeah. Here, you're just kind of, and it doesn't really.
Well, the reason the morning flies by for me is one, there's just so much. There's a lot of things to get to.
Yeah.
But then I think it's the 30-minute mark sportscasts. Where like all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, we got to get to the sportscast. And then you have to reset and you come back and all of a sudden before you know,
another
you got to throw another
one.
one or whatever after you get, because you only can like fit a couple things in there. And I don't know how we did it at the old place, honestly. 15-minute segments.
The 5-minute breaks were so long.
Yeah.
I also don't know how we did it only 15-minute segments and stuff.
Kept it tight.
Like
we were cutting.
I know the Reed and Jay and Hernan and Gager have to. They get a little bit like our commercial breaks are the full 5 minutes, like or sometimes at the morning show like 8 minutes.
No news update.
News, traffic.
I know
we killed the sports
business with Russ
reports.
Stratwa.
Yeah. I remember how we kept it.
I just want to be with you guys
on time. Oh,
Sorry.
Right. See what you did there. I remember how we kept it on time. We would always go heavy in the first 2 segments, and then we'd have to cut a ton out of.
As long as you end on time, you can do it.
1.5 minute for this final segment. Like, oh my god!
With this show, we're filling 2 hours basically. You guys, there is just the sportscast, and that's it. It's 3 hours, and it just flies by.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I don't know how we did it over there.
Great
times.
So Vladdy, hey.
Yeah, so what is the news on Vladdy?
Well, so we got in this morning, and it was nice because we got a little fodder, hey, didn't we? Our dish was full when we got in. Because Vladdy was like, Vladdy's going to speak. And so Vladdy spoke with his agent. He was standing there, right, down in Dunedin. And then so Keegan and Shai Davidi were all over it. So we were just kind of reading quotes. And then Vlad spoke first, and then it was Atkins or Shapiro, Atkins, whatever the case is. But he wants to win, Matty.
That's a shot at the Jays.
He wants to win.
But did he say he's going to free agency? Like I know there was the set deadline by him, and that is passed.
Agreeing to a deal. No, I think the quote was no. It was just no. And then Shapiro said he was sad. He was emotional because he thought, and Vladdy expressed his love of the city and the fans and everything else. And he said he wants to go to a winner. And they were just shy though. They were just short of what they.
I like this quote from Atkins. Were
There's
the
a lot
Blue
out
Jays and Guerrero ever close? From Keegan Matheson. Quote, it just depends on how you define close.
That's interesting.
That's too big of a word to talk specifically about, and I'm not comfortable.
Close is too big of a word.
See, this is like him in a cold stretch.
And I'm not
boy.
comfortable talking about numbers.
Look, well, you
What an
best get
awful
comfortable.
quote, yeah.
I
So
mean,
it
that's
sounds
your,
like, no, you weren't close.
you know, these contracts, not really my thing.
Says the GM.
Yeah, I like discussing the mood.
Yeah.
I'm more of an emotions guy.
I was on a
not
couch.
your hard numbers. Yeah, I was on a chair.
Sitting on a couch.
Yeah.
Feet
It's
up.
usually about numbers, whether it's the
quotes are
number of
great.
years or the money that is involved. Those are usually how you get close on a deal.
Was there a follow up to that, or
Is Gordash
I just-
not available? Can we get
Gordash!
Gordash back?
Atkins
Rest in
says
peace.
the
Yeah,
Blue
I
Jays
think
made.
so, yeah.
Atkins says the Blue Jays made Vladdy Guerrero Jr. offers that would have been, quote, record-setting. Asked what records, he clarified, quote, Blue Jay records, and would have been one of the highest paid players in the game.
one of?
One of.
No.
Who knows how that, what the...
Define.
Okay, if close is too big of a word,
Define record.
I don't know
Is it
what...
wax?
Blue Jays
You know?
record.
I don't know what highest
Alan
paid...
Parsons Project made a real good one back in the day.
They certainly
Like,
did.
I don't know what he defines as highest paid players. Is that top 20? Is that top 50? If close
top
is
300.
too ambiguous.
What a tease that organization. Hey, they're just.
Oh, man. Gordash, by the way,
Still
is
alive?
VP of baseball projects for the Milwaukee Brewers.
Love it.
73 years old, still kicking.
Play on, Gord.
Great. Get him back.
Is that where Rod Black's son is too? Hey, is that
Yeah,
the he's still with the
oh.
Brewers organization?
Yes.
Oh, you haven't had Roddy on in a while.
He was supposed to send us minor league garb.
Every
We
time
never
you
did.
get him
Never
on.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Now we want
Toledo
the Brewers
Mudflies.
stuff.
Yeah,
Until
yeah.
it comes back on.
We need to get him. We should have got him on today. Damn it! If I knew
That
what
would have been great.
get his thoughts at the Foreign Agents.
Tyler made his MLB debut. He played a bunch last year
yeah.
for the,
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah,
the Brew
yeah.
crew. Yeah. And actually, do you remember that moment where Rod was on? They were doing an interview with him with the reporter, and Tyler, I think he hit a double, and Rod called it.
Yeah.
Like old time.
I just love how his son's there and Gord Ash is there too. What a connection.
It's meant to be. So now we want Brewers gear, Rod Black, because I know
Yes.
you listen every morning.
Give us the glove.
yeah.
It was great watching that broadcast.
That was awesome.
What broadcast?
When his son got a
Yeah,
oh,
hits.
yeah.
Yeah.
whatever.
it was like a
Because he
double,
was
I think.
they showed him first, and then they brought him on TV.
And he was just natural.
And
about
wasn't it
all.
while he was on the air he got
Yeah.
another hit or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she mentioned longtime broadcaster and
That's still some
Hey,
CBL work.
hey, Tom.
Tom, Eric,
Hey, guys.
stuck in the white stuff here. I remember how you flipped that.
And he had that Mike Riley thong quote as well. That we
what
had.
was the Mike Riley thong?
It's something about Mike Riley and a thong or something like that.
I love Rod Black.
He's a great guy.
He is a Canadian
Oh my
legend.
yeah, absolutely.
He's a broadcast legend.
That Grey Cup story still with the limousine. Didn't he?
No,
Did he-
it's a game.
He set their finances back though. Like he
'cause that's so-
defined like where they cut off their.
No, Dusty once went to go to the CFL summit for TSN, which they do before each year to
The
like
summit.
talk about the season. And he was told that there would be no private cars or something anymore. And Dusty asked about it, and I guess one time Rod got a car, drove it to the game, and then caught a ride with someone else to the airport to fly, and just left his
Just
rental
left the
car there,
Yeah,
and didn't think he had to bring it back or something.
it's the Rod Black lesson. They've named it after him.
Well, so one of the things, I went to dinner. I was part of the TSN radio broadcast of the 2018 Grey Cup here. And we had a little meal downtown while TSN TV had their party somewhere else.
Sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
And the guy we were dealing with, Mike Whittingham, who was in Vancouver at the time, he was kind of in charge of it all. He's like, we all have to pay. So we're all like, yeah, we're cool. Like, we'll all pay. Like, TSN's not going to cover this. And then when we get there and the bill comes, Rod is like mad that we have to pay. No, Rod's like, why are we paying?
Give me that.
He's like, and the guy's like, well, like, I can't get this covered or something. And he's like, they have a TV party going on right now. You think anyone over there is paying? He was getting all upset. And the guy's like, well, I can't just expense it. He's like, just expense it and say Roddy said it was approved.
That's what happens when you're day one.
Yeah, huh?
Day one. You do whatever you want.
And so the guy's like, okay. And so we expended it because Roddy said it was approved.
He carried cachet,
And I
right?
quote,
Yeah.
And it wasn't like Roddy sitting there like, I'll cover it. Don't worry. It was Roddy says it's approved.
And then
wonder if he got
yeah,
stuck
but
with that,
Roddy
though.
says it's approved.
It was wonderful. JMO and I were both at that dinner, and there was some great memories, great stories told. Roddy was something else that night.
Apparently, like speaking of like classic TSN, Dave Hodge was just an animal back in the day.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like people saying they'd find him like sleeping at the pool at the West
Well,
End.
that's because I hated Rod Black on the CFL calls. Couldn't stand him. He was so vanilla. I don't understand why he never let.
He wasn't. To me, he wasn't vanilla.
They
He just
didn't
got
let
a
him
lot of
be
things
Rod
wrong.
Black.
Sure, but he was just so like, hello, and then he'd say
We're
a
in
player's
Steeltown.
birthday. Yeah, and it's just like
Luke
and,
Tasker, son
but
of
when
Steve.
we had him on the show, he would peel
Oh,
back.
my
Like,
God,
why
he's
didn't
the
we ever
best.
get that Rod Black on the CFL? But he seemed to kind of just I don't know. It's like he was on a
Restrain
shock collar or something.
Yeah.
The one thing that I didn't like of Roddy on a football broadcast is one thing that I know of broadcast or play-by-play is you should never say something unless it happens. So if a touchdown happens, you should see him catch the football and the ref arm go up. And I had one call because Roddy then was known for not getting things right.
It was terrible. They had drinking games surrounding it.
I filmed one. I had it recorded off my TV once because he got it wrong twice in one play. And I would have to go find it. It was something like the guy caught the ball. He's like, and he's out of bounds. Or is he?
That's the one. He is.
He's going to score. Or will he? Down at the 10. And it's like, dude,
That's right.
You've got this whole play wrong.
But it was exciting.
Nicknames and birthdays.
I first of all, I love Rod Black. I think he's awesome. And the way that all started was one of my first shifts filling in for Dusty at the old shop. And you're like, we have Rod Black, so and so, so and so, and I was like, Rod Black, okay.
Did we have him on? Was it chicken or egg? Did I have him on because of you, or because he was a 5-tool guy? You could just bring
Yeah,
him on.
no,
You'd be
it
like, so
was
Rod, what do you?
I think the first time was just you
Random.
had him on.
You had him on.
But
and,
then it was brilliance.
and then we
You guys
kinda
loved
hit
each
it
other.
off.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Hey,
I'm
Tom.
like, that guy, Tom, Eric.
Hey.
How are you guys in Edmonton? Stuck in the white stuff here in Toronto. And Rick and I just looked at each other. We're like, this is amazing.
Oh, he was a bounty of clip, and
yeah.
but again, it's so not R-rated or anything, but he was a little more off cuff, and I just wonder why that didn't translate to the broadcast. But he could do anything, talk anything, and yeah,
Throw anything at him.
I love because you filled in quite a bit, so whenever you were on, I made sure to hey Roddy, can you?
And we developed a bond, and it has continued here. But yeah, I remember I was like, and then so every time you'd be like, oh, Rod's on.
Damn, I wish I would have known you'd been on this.
Well, this
that'd
all
been a great
happened really
Tuesday
quickly.
treat. Oh no,
Like,
I know, but
Dusty was supposed to do the show from Boston today, but then he couldn't get out of Edmonton. He told me to be on standby. Then he called me back. He said, no, I'm back in studio. I'm not going to Boston. Then 2 hours later, he's like, I'm going to Boston. You're back in. I'm like, okay. It all came together. I think by 8 o'clock is when I knew,
that's
so
when I learned of it.
that's 10 o'clock
Yeah,
Eastern, right?
Eastern, yeah.
I really want to find this video.
You find that video.
I don't think I
Text that
have
came
it.
in. Tell that a-hole LTE. I actually just did a spit take at his Alan Parsons Project record joke. Well played.
Well, because I do love how they're taking this whole Guerrero thing, being like, you didn't want to pay money, did you? What's money? What value does
Money's
money actually
subjective.
hold, really, when you think about it? We're all going to, he gets really real about the whole. I like that. I like them taking that approach. Who needs winning? Who needs money?
What is a win?
What is it?
What is baseball?
We feel
How
like
do you
we won in our
define a
hearts.
successful season?
Does sports really matter?
Why are people here?
Like, people slowly start leaving his presser at Dunedin. And he's just left there,
He's still talking.
in front of a microphone. Why? What's the point of life?
The Finnish long drink, the official drink of the EST Hangout, legend of 1952, a drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor, longdrink.com/Canada, enter
Boom.
postal code, and find a liquor store nearest you with the long drink. Or actually on their website, you can find a bar or something near you that is serving it. So
Yeah.
go check them out. Delicious, delicious drink. Why they're the official drink of the EST Hangout. We've got 10 minutes left.
Excellent.
Is Eric related to Yukon Jack? Says Old Baron.
Nope.
Why would you? Why would you think that? It's just a curious question.
Is it a
Like,
joke?
is it a look? Is it because the name wouldn't connect?
Is it a joke? Sick joke? He's a good pal, right? Like everybody else in the room.
Lars Y. Hey, gents, I saw a young Noah Rashog fellow on Global this past weekend. Is that
Yeah.
Ryan's son?
It is. He's
It
a
is.
newsman.
Yeah.
He came back to Edmonton from Saskatoon.
Practicum, yeah, exactly. CTV.
Well, he got hired at CTV
Or higher, yeah.
Saskatoon.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he's very much into news. So, yeah, you're going to be seeing Noah Rashog at Global. I tried to be a bad influence on him. And
Really?
Yeah. And he's very astute.
Yeah, he's a pro. He's a sharp dressed guy. Surprising he taken in the draft.
Well, we're just finding out that he's here. Anyway, so I was hawking a friend of mine and his company to go on some shows on some stations for filler and call it a marketing tool, if you will. But I'm just trying to be a good pal. And I pitched it to Noah to get my friend on Saskatoon. And Noah was very much like, no, that sounds like a marketing thing, Tom. And I'm like, Noah, you will learn soon enough that basically all we do is marketing. We do talk about news and sports, but a lot of it is a bit of I'll do this for that.
It's
a bit of a quid pro
he'll
quo
learn
there.
the whole
Above board.
Yeah,
But he's like, no, I'm a newsman. I will not do it.
newsman. He'll learn the Wild West, hey?
Oh, he will.
Who the sheriffs and the deputies are.
Well, his daddy on his podcast is like a European hockey team's jersey. There's logos everywhere. Well done, Ryan. Well done.
Ryan's on the beat.
He's out in Boston.
He was in Montreal eating hot dogs.
Because apparently Montreal does have good hot dogs.
That's
They have
what they say,
amazing
hey?
hot
That's
dogs.
the thing.
They are
Yeah.
so good.
But is that the city or the arena? Or
It's the arena.
Yeah,
It's an arena thing, and they're phenomenal. What I don't know.
Because they got that smoked meat.
No, they don't put the smoke. It's just
no, but they in Montreal. That's what
in
they,
Montreal, yeah.
Like
But
street dogs or whatever.
the
you say?
Schwartzes. No, those big
You
sandwiches
go to the delis.
Oh.
and
with the thin rye bread. and
Montreal
the-
smoked
yeah,
meat. That
smoked-
is the essence of it. But the hot dog thing is a Bell Center, formerly Montreal Forum thing.
Oh, they carried it over.
It's in,
Amazing.
Is it in the press box or the media meal room?
Both.
Really?
Well, the way they have it there
Eating
is
with
like,
the peasants.
it's a catwalk, but then it
No, it's
goes
still separate.
No, but I mean,
goes into
same
the
type of
catwalk
hot dog.
goes into the media lounge, which
really?
has the kitchen upstairs. Yeah, it's, the Bell Center is the cathedral of hockey now. Even though it's only 30 years old, it is. You go in there and you get the essence of the game in there. So
The Habs do ceremonies right. They always have.
yes,
When you watch any type of ceremony that they're doing or their pregame stuff, where it works.
I've never seen people dressed up like they're going to church at a hockey game, like the form and everything. Like in that, it doesn't matter the building. That's what they. It's a night out. You dress up.
When Jean
It's a night out.
Beliveau
Something
passed,
different. Yeah.
their whole ceremony for Jean Beliveau was just top notch.
classy.
It's elegant, classy, all of it. They
Oozing
do a great
with
job.
class.
That's where it's like it worked for this Four Nations. It worked that it was in Montreal.
Yeah.
Because they were going to do it right. Of course, you got to play to the Americans and get them the favoritism so that they have the final.
Hey, and we can blame it on Quebec.
Yeah.
Right? That's just,
This works out perfect.
it wasn't Canada. It's just, this is them.
But yeah, got to give them America
Hey?
home ice for the Four Nations final. Let them bring Quinn Hughes in.
Yeah,
in
let
the Four
him
Nations.
let him bring all the ringers.
Let them you know.
It's like
sign-
Monty Burns' slow pitch team.
Sign Keith Kachuk if you want for that team.
Sure.
He can go play with his sons.
The Golden Brett.
That's how they want to do things. Go for it. Do whatever you can to try to help America. They need all the help that they can get.
Yeah. Bring back Mike Modano. I don't care.
Former PA Raider.
That's right. That's right. He was almost Todd Nelson's brother-in-law.
Sure, yeah. Almost.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Todd Nelson.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Car guy,
Car guy.
right?
I think
Car
so.
motorbike.
Oh, yeah.
I
thought he didn't
Nelly
even-
was a motorcycle guy.
He's a motorcycle guy.
Yeah.
Who's the 49ers? Jim Tom Sula.
Jim Tom Sula.
Remember Jim Tom Sula?
How could you forget Jim Tom Sula?
J-Mo loved Jim Tom
He
Sula.
was an NFL head coach. And
For
of not only
single.
any organization, not the
the
Jacksonville
49ers.
of the San Francisco. Jim Tom Sula, head coach the San Francisco 49ers. Figure that one out. That's a trivia question. That's one of those like,
Where do you think Jim Tom Sula is right now?
what
On a beach.
what middle school is he janitoring at?
Cigar in hand.
Did he qualify for a pension? Because he's a coordinator for a
He's
long.
56 years old.
Yeah.
He is currently
Toledo.
the head coach of the Rain Fire
in
in
Germany?
the European League of Football.
All right.
Good for him.
He is a head coach
Jim
over
Tom
there.
Sula's in Europe.
He went from the San Francisco 49ers head coach to a year off to the Washington Redskins at the time defensive line coach to then the Cowboys line coach to then being away in 2020 off in 2021 and now is a two-time EFL champion
All right.
as well as an EFL coach of the year.
All right.
With the rain fire.
I like when a guy in sports gets publicly hired like that, and he knows, everybody knows he's underqualified except the organization that hired him, and he's like, eh.
Well,
here I am, you know.
One of those here.
Well,
Listen.
His first year, 7-5 with the rain, then went 12-0, including 12, then 2-0 in the postseason. He had a perfect season in 2023. Last year, lost one game, but went 3-0 in the playoffs.
so he's found his.
He's 30-6 regular season out there, 5-0 in the playoffs. Jim Tom Sula gets to the playoffs in the EFL. There's no beating him.
I stand corrected.
He's just so good.
Yeah.
That's what Jim Tom Sula is doing.
Barking out calls in German, low German.
I'm
He's not even
fascinated by
high
this.
German
He's
crap.
not a-
He's low German.
There's not even a
From the
Wikipedia
chest.
page for the 2024 or 2025 season.
That's a shame.
Who's even on their like coaching staff?
That's a shame.
I just want to know what the like other coaches he has.
I'm very intrigued now too. I never would have guessed.
We waited till the end of the hangout to learn this. That makes me very sad.
So he rides his motorcycle in Germany on
Yes.
the Autobahn.
Yeah. Leather jacket.
Of course.
Maybe he's fully patched. Eh?
I'll just
I would
translate
assume
this
so.
page.
I did have a text I want to get to. Bell Center uses La
He's
Fleur hot dogs. Delicious.
LaFleur?
La Fleur.
It's a longer wiener, is it not?
No,
like is it a European
You know
cut?
what? I've had that Shein show, as they call it, every time I went to Montreal to cover a game there. And the bun that they use, they like press it in something, and the way they cook the dog. And then you could put cheese and
But are they the same?
Same.
I hate when you get too much. You're like, what the hell? And it's
No,
the bun's
same
small
regular
and-
size. The bun, you watch them do it. They take a regular bun, but the way they put it in on an angle and press it, it's magnifique.
Bon chance.
Bon chance.
Tommy,
Yeah.
Yes.
nice work today.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Eric, thanks for sticking around the hangout.
Thank
Even though
you.
you're on for a couple minutes,
I,
lasted 2 hours.
he got my name on the marquee. That's all I ever
They
wanted.
got on the
you did.
marquee.
Yeah. Get in touch with that guy though.
Lolly?
Yeah.
Well, he's
Toor.
coming in
Well, he's
We'll
always
find it
coming in.
when he's back.
I like how he never actually gets here.
Tommy's
He's
never
always-
gonna actually say the date
he's
or
always-
the time.
I'd love to,
the
Tom.
date.
Hey, we can
Give him
come on
time.
in.
Yeah, I'd love to have you.
Come on in. Walk in.
Well, you
with
could have followed up on that too.
That's my bad.
yeah.
No, he could have.
I think
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
I'm saying if you
Well,
get a
yeah.
text
Good point.
going,
That's a good point.
Hey,
That's a
Good point. When
what
did you
time?
want me
And
to?
then like, over the weekend, hey, am I still good for Tuesday?
There's a back and
Good
forth.
point.
Yeah.
Am I still coming on? Like, and then Tommy can be like, oh crap, I completely
feel-
forgot.
Yeah, you're off the hook.
Thank you. I feel better.
It's this,
about
when
this.
I booked guests in the past, if somebody didn't get back to me, I sometimes will be like, hey, just following
General
up. Are we still
curiosity,
good?
you'd be, yeah.
Are we still
Yeah.
good for this?
Yep. That's a good point.
So I'll just say that as well.
Whatever. We had a great
Remember when Min called me?
I do remember.
We'll always have that. I didn't expect his face to be on the phone.
Hello.
Wild stuff.
Lock Shop up next. We got two guys in a goalie, Jay, Gage, or Cass. We got EST Afternoons. We got the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay and Will, but myself in for Reed. That's all to come here on EST, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports on behalf of Lieutenant Eric, Tom Gazzola, Matawanek, and Brendan Eric. Thanks for tuning into the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Lock Shop in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First time guest, long time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matawanek, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today,